platform in general.
We cannot cuss, right?
No, you cannot cuss.
I am the worst at that. I apologize.
I think I've sworn on everyone.
My husband watches every time. He's like, I can't hear you guys anyway, but I just want to be clear that I'm very
You'll get instructions from Paul or Brandon on if they can't read your cards or putting them on there. Hey everybody, welcome to Poker House of Fort Worth. Thanks for tuning in here on our YouTube and or our Facebook. We have a special treat for you tonight. And not just that, but some special faces. I got DJ in the booth with me tonight for the ladies stream. DJ.
Looking forward to it. There's been a lot of talk about this game tonight. I'm really looking forward to the action.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody knows DJ here from the 1-2 Wednesday night games. DJ's game on Wednesday is $300 max buy-in. We're going to be doing the same thing with this one today with the ladies stream, 1-2, $300 max buy-in. And I'm hoping to see what they bring to the table.
I think it's going to be really interesting. I played cash with a lot of these ladies. I played tournaments with a lot of these ladies, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
And we are about 3 to 4 minutes while they're giving some last minute instructions to the ladies. We'll do some introductions and be right back with you here in about 3 minutes. Stay tuned. And we are about to get into the first hand. DJ, why don't you tell us about some of these ladies we have here tonight?
Let's start with Chrissy in the 5C. It's interesting. I think she's going to be very aggressive tonight. I would expect her VPIP to be up there quite a bit. Janice, played quite a bit with Janice. Janice is interesting. She's a really good player. Will definitely play her hands. Tater, I played cash with quite a bit. Some of the others, Supercat plays with us in our 1-3 game on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, I have seen her in some of the streams.
Yep, very good player. So I think all in all, it's going to be a really good, interesting night.
Yeah, and everybody knows Seema in the 2C, the manager here at Poker House Fort Worth. She said, "Do you care if I play? Do you think I should play? Do you think I should?" I said, "Why not? Go for it."
Absolutely,
You play.
absolutely. I've played with her quite a bit. Good player. I think they're all going to be good.
Yeah, and curious to see how the dynamics go. I don't know if any of these ladies are used to playing in ladies only games. I don't know if that really will change the way they play. But I do have a lot of female friends that play in ladies only events, and they do know that it is different than playing with the guys.
I agree. I agree. I have not played with Smashley, Tina, uh, or Mon. So I'm going to be interested to see how they play.
We are on the first hand. Looks like they're opening up with the bomb pot. Dealer changed bomb pots here at Poker House at Fort Worth, but here on the live stream we do it once on the top of the hour. And for those that aren't familiar, each player gets 4 cards, and they are playing Omaha rules. So they have to use 2 out of the 4 in their hand, and then 3 of the community boards. And there are 2 boards, and half the pot goes to one board, and half the pot to the other board. And the cameras usually go kind of haywire on these, and so it takes us a while to read what anybody has. But we already have Smashley betting out here at the $10. Looks like she's going to bet that trip jacks there on that bottom board, DJ.
Supercat called with the jack as well, 9 on the other board. On with the ace tens.
Yeah, she
with the flush draw.
Yeah, so it looks like she's chasing hearts on that top board. So 3 really good hands here to continue on. The flush does get there on the top. 7 doesn't change anything on the bottom. Actually, it does. Yeah, well, she was still winning, but now she's really winning.
Yeah.
So Supercat, let's see if she can get away from this bear jack here. She's going to need a 9 on the river, or she's pretty much toast on this one.
Well, she does have the 6 on the top board.
Oh yeah, she did. She did turn trips up there, and that's maybe keep her alive a little bit. So she's going to need.
She actually raised here.
Oh, interesting move. Of course, Mom's going to come along. She's got the nuts. Well, not the effective nut flush on the top. But that paired board is always scary in bomb pots.
So something for everybody.
And a healthy raise too to 75. Yeah. So let's see. Anything changes. Nothing for either player changes here. So, yeah, it looks like Supercat is going to be taking the bottom board, and Mon.
No, actually, Smashley's going to take the bottom board
with the
Jack 7.
And with the yeah, it kind of goes with her. So the flush should have been good on the top. Yep. No, he folded the. Did she have 6-9 in her hand? She did. She had the boat 6-9 in her hand. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Because she had Jack 9, 6. That's right. So a lot of cards for us to try to read really quickly. So never try to listen to what's going on in bomb pots. You have to watch for yourself on those. But they are fun. They're a lot of action. Those are at the top of every hour here at the Poker House Fort Worth live stream. And one more time, just in case you guys are just now tuning in. You've got Reese and DJ here in the booth. DJ, the name to fame from our Wednesday night $1, $2, $300 max buy-in stream games, always in the 5s.
Always. Actually, the last 4 times that's been drawn.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
I thought you got that locked up because that's who you were.
No, I've absolutely. It's been luck. They've watched me draw in the last 4 or 5 weeks. It's been absolutely random.
That's too funny. And I got one of the little poster boards up here. This is the one thing that we've been talking about with a lot of players, the $20,000 free roll that we're going to be having coming up with a qualifier on August 3rd. We will talk about that throughout the evening in the stream and let you guys know a little more information on that. But we're getting right into the second hand here. Supercat getting right back in here, calling 2 with 6-5 of spades. Looks like there was a raise, maybe from same amount of raised it up, and Cat called there. Like I said, when we first get the stream going, we got to get the graphics all caught up.
not sure what she got. Especially with the 7 deuce. We've got some suited cards out there. Spades, diamonds, hearts. I can only imagine seeing got clubs. Don't know. Having said that, we got three suits on the flop. And it doesn't really look like anybody connected. So Cat flush draw down. Still not real sure what's in this. Fire it. And that's gonna get next to a small pot.
All dramatic. She's like, okay, I bet she's gonna win the first one. It is.
Yeah, sometimes when we first fire up the screen, graphics play a little bit of catch up there. But either way, you get to see who definitely drug the pot. And that is Paul in the box. He's been doing some of your live streams as well on Wednesday.
Absolutely, love Paul as a dealer. Love him as a guy too, man. Just a super great dealer. Keeps the action going. A lot of fun to play with when he's dealing.
Well, maybe. See how the night goes.
I've seen them before.
Raise to $10, smash it, get fold. Smash it, 10, see what goes.
Yeah, you know it's Ashley. She has pretty eyes too, actually.
Raise 17. Janice fold.
I had a pocket pair too. A little bitty.
Same with pocket tens taking down that one there. Not much competition on that flop.
So that's 2 in a row for Seamus. She's on pace to win every hand tonight. Be interesting to see.
Can't win them all if you don't win the first.
That's correct. That's correct.
So I do know Supercat's played in your game on Wednesday nights a little bit on the tighter side. I'm curious to see if she opens up here at the table full of ladies, see if she plays more.
Be interesting to see. And I know Chrissy has played on some of our earlier live.
Medium girl for you?
Yeah, come on. The water's warm.
So we've got a pot brewing here. Janice raised it up to 10 with pocket queens. Looks like Supercat called with jacks.
And that's a dangerous flop for the both of them.
Absolutely. You got 3 unders. Should be interesting.
Supercat's going to take the lead here. I thought Janice might have raised it in pre. And usually when Janice is grabbing chips pre-flop, you definitely should be taking her seriously, and especially if she's going to raise you here. There's almost no world your jacks are good. You think she can get away from it?
Actually, I think she's probably going to call.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's probably going to call, having played with her. I could be wrong, but
Janice is just so scary.
she is. She is. And when she bets her hand, she's either got it all or she's got nothing. And that's why I love playing with her. She's very aggressive, but she bets very, very well.
It's only 15 more, but again, that's a lot. I know she raised her 30, but it's to 45, yeah, so it was 30 more. She made the call.
Made the call.
So Supercat looking for a jack and only a jack.
I think she'll take the passive route here. Check.
How much? Janice only has, she has the 250 behind us. She's just going to go ahead and chip, it looks like. Nope, she's just going to bet a barrel.
With 100.
She's going to bet a barrel. But if you were good on the flop,
you're good on the turn.
Good on the turn. So does Supercat just accept the fact that she's just going to give her aces, kings, or queens? Or
I would
mean-
like to think she would get away from it, but I don't think she will.
I mean, at the end of the day, is Janice doing this with ace 10? Never. So, I mean, she's not going to. That's what Supercat needs to ask herself. She's not doing this with ace 10. So, and I can't beat anything else. I can't beat a set of fours, a set of tens. I can't beat kings, queens, or aces.
So
You know,
she's going to lay it down.
yeah, I think it's a good laydown.
Oh no!
No, she just ripped it in. Okay,
she ripped it. Janice going to call, and
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah,
I didn't.
So I didn't expect that, but let's see if they're going to run it more than once here. Supercat looking for one of the last two jacks in the deck.
Just unfortunate.
Yeah, she just couldn't let it go. And let's see if dealer Paul here is signaling anything more than once. I don't know. Does Janice run it more than once in the cash games?
I don't know. I haven't run into that situation with her. So so we've got a $581 pot, 3 or 4 hands into the stream. That's
right into it. So, and two people that I would have been the less apt to have it in the middle are in the middle. Janice and Supercat, just by my commentating experience. Didn't see a signals for two, might be running it for once, and that is it.
That is
so Janice gonna get an easy double up here, courtesy of Supercat. Tough position there for Supercat, but she said, you know what, if you got it, you got it. Let's just rebuy at this point. So cooler on the second hand or third hand. There's a fourth hand maybe, then right at the beginning, and that's what we like to see. Definitely want to see some action in this $1, $2, $300 max buy-in game. This same thing that DJ plays here on Wednesday nights, except it's a ladies' night. And if you would like to be on the ladies' stream, you can sign up for it. We don't have the next one scheduled just yet, but we definitely want to start making this a regular thing. We can't do that without you. So if you something you want to come sit down and play at, even tonight. I mean, some of these ladies, they may go bust. They may have something else to do, and so come get on the waiting list.
I haven't looked to see. I think there were a couple on the waiting list. I'm not sure who all made it, but yeah, for sure. If you're interested in playing, please come down and get on the list, and we'll make it happen.
Well, these ladies were eager to play. We actually had to push them back a little bit past 4th of July. they were ready to go last week. So I hope it becomes a regular thing here at Poker House. Looks like Chrissy straddled there. I think that 5 was out there while Paul was dealing and Jenny calling 5 there. So it looks like that is going to be a straddle there from Chrissy.
This pot may get really interesting if that graphic was right with the ace-queen of spades. We've got ace-10, another suited ace with Janice. There's an ace-jack. So we'll see what Chrissy does if that was her straddle.
Even Sama. Looks like all the aces are in play now.
Yep.
So
and Chrissy's going to raise it up quite a bit. She's going to make it 60.
Wow. Yeah. She said, I'll make $20 real quick. Big squeeze.
Yeah, and that's in line with Chrissy and her game. She is aggressive, plays very well post flop. So
Sama may know that was just a good squeeze opportunity for her, so she's going to come along though. Behind the ace queen suited, looking for a jack. No help on that flop. So Chrissy is still ahead with her ace queen. Keeps the foot on the gas. Looks like she's betting at least 50, another 60, maybe 75. 75. And tough for Sama to come along. You got 2 overs. If your opponent's going to keep up the aggression, you got to put them on a pair. And you may just have 3 outs in the ace.
Looks like Sama's going to let it go.
Yeah, so good aggression there by Chrissy, telling the story. Looked aggressive with the squeeze play with the straddle, but kept up the pressure to follow through.
Worked out well for her. It's nice to look down the straddle and have a hand there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've called out your squeezes a few times before you even did them on this stream. As soon as your cards came up, well, there's a raise.
Well, I actually, you know me. I don't know how to act if I've got ace queen. I can squeeze with 2-6 much better.
Well, we're already seeing some definite poker chops here on this ladies stream.
And I expect some to loosen up as they get a little bit more comfortable on stream, on the table. They haven't done it before.
Oh yeah, and that's what it is for anybody. They get on the stream and they play it a little slower, play it a little tighter. Don't want to go too crazy. But then once the chip starts flowing, the hands start moving, people set into a rhythm, and once you start seeing some big pots being shifted back and forth, things do pick up. And we've already had that in the beginning with the almost full double up there from Janice, courtesy of pair over pair with Supercat. And I don't think Supercat rebought back in yet. I think she's going to try to spin up the 70 some odd dollars she had left over before she reaches for another bullet.
Looks like we got a raise from SEMA with Jack 8 suited and 3 callers coming behind.
And right in the window, top pair. That's going to give Jenny top pair as well. And she's going to be the one leading out here for 20. So the lead into SEMA. She's just going to smooth call this 20.
Now this is going to get interesting here.
This is going to get real interesting. The kicker means less whenever there are two of them on the board. She checked it over, though, interestingly enough. But SEMA here, she's going to bet 60.
Yeah. And I'm anxious to see here if an overcard comes out, which would chop the pot.
Yeah, but I don't. It's just going to be a 5. So that's going to hand SEMA the check mark. And it's going to go check, check. Very friendly, ladies. Very friendly, but I accept it. Jenny definitely doesn't want to make too much of a call there on the river, but it's going to be too hard to lay down. So kind of lost the minimum there. So good check by her and friendly check there from SEMA, but 9 kickers not necessarily enough to fire too much. You're not going to get much worse to call you. Your opponent basically has to have a jack there, and hoping they don't have that boat. So
yeah, I think if she fires on the river there, the only thing she gets called by beats her. So
yeah,
probably a smart check.
And I talk about that a lot on stream. Is when people make these river bets and they're contemplating what to bet on the river. You're playing your cards, but a lot of people sitting at home don't realize that your opponent has to have something too. In order to make something happen in poker, somebody else has got to have a hand, not just you. And so you have to look at whatever you're betting, what can feasibly call me that I still beat. And a lot of poker players don't really think about it in that fashion.
Yeah, Supercat does not. It looks like she did not rebuy, so I think you're right. She's going to try to spin that up. She's probably got 60-70. She won or chopped the bomb pot to begin with. So
might as well. Don't hate it. I don't hate it. She's going to bottom pair here. Tina's pair of 8 still going to be good, but Chrissy's going to have the top pair, best of the hand right now. And Jenny's going to be the one to bet it with the bottom pair. Tina letting the 8s go. Just going to give a king there. So we're going to go heads up. Jenny looking for a 3 or a queen to take the lead in this hand. Not going to get it yet. Let's see if she slows down, and she does. Chrissy, check, check. And who wants to represent an ace, DJ?
Yeah, it might slow the action down. I think it goes check, check here. I'd be surprised to see Chrissy bet.
Yeah.
Looks like Jenny bet. Chrissy folded.
That's interesting. Okay. That's what I said. Who wants to represent an ace?
And Jenny did. So
she put Jenny on an ace. So there you go. That's sometimes betting does the trick. And $10 was enough there for Chrissy. I don't know Chrissy. I don't. I haven't seen her on the stream. Haven't played with her in the room, so I don't know her tendencies.
Chrissy actually dealt. Matter of fact, she dealt here briefly.
Really?
Just very briefly.
Good.
But yeah, she's dealt before. A really strong player.
And dealer Paul, hand number 8. 25 minutes into the stream here. This is the 1-2 women's stream, ladies stream, whatever you want to call it.
So Tater's going to wake up with aces under the gun. Looks like she makes it 20. 30.
30, yeah, with the pocket aces.
So it's a big raise. Somebody's got to have to pick something up there to. Well, there we have.
Oh, okay.
And Tina folds ace king.
We're starting to learn the tendencies quick.
Well, unfortunately, I would have lost it all right there. So,
yeah. So yeah, there
that,
you go.
That actually happened to me yesterday. I got involved in a pot with ace king against aces and didn't work out.
Got Allison in the chat saying, "Let's go, Tater." That's right. Anybody in the chat on Facebook and or YouTube, who are you rooting on? Who are you tuned in to watch? Let us know in the chat. Richard is saying that they call her a Sticky J. I'm guessing that's when we were just a few. 1924. I missed that comment earlier. Maybe
Jen.
Janice.
Yep.
Janice or
Jen.
Jenny.
Yep.
Yeah. But I can see Janice being Sticky J. She gets in there. She stays in there. Scares me. That's all I know.
I've seen Janice call some good sized river bets with second pair or even bottom pair and been good. So you have to be very careful with her. Tina picking up ace king of spades.
She's going to raise it up this time. I guess it's okay to raise with. Just didn't want to call that off. I mean, $30 pre. I mean, I guess you can put your opponent on king's raise.
Yeah. We're going to play 1, 2, 30.
She was right. So what are we? What am I saying? I mean, she was right.
Looks like a little bit of a loose call there with Sima with the queen 7 suited.
I love Supercat's hands, those little suited mid connectors, but unfortunately he shares a card with Sima.
Well, the ace king is going to pick up the spade draw.
And Jenny top pair, Sima top pair.
Supercat.
Let's see if anybody starts loading this pot up here. Tina's going to continue on. Looks like betting a quarter here for the continuation. I don't see Jenny folding for one bet, and Sima may come on as well. Could put either player on the spade or straight draw.
And Supercat's going to get away from her second pair.
There's something for everybody, but she makes the correct laydown. A little too much action for second pair. Backdoor hearts, which would have been no good. Now that's just an action card. This is rigged.
Yeah,
this stream has been rigged so far. We've had way too good of hands in these first 9 hands. Now we've got a nut flush. 2 different people and 2 different hands have had top pair. So
intern trips, and Jenny's here with the best of it right now.
Yeah, and she's going to immediately announce herself as well. Just immediately announce it. Take that betting lead from Tina. And
I don't know how Sima gets away from this here.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is just first 9 hands have been monsters. And do you just give somebody queen 9 here, pocket 9s, pocket 3s? Do you let the flush go, or do you think you're right up against what you're exactly up against? Just trips.
I think when you have a call, a bet and a call, I think you've got to let your flush draw go here. You've got to know even if you hit your ace or your king, you're not going to be good.
Yeah, and
possibly if you hit,
but on the flip side of that, she's only got 200 left in her stack. So there is a chance to where, if I say if you're going to call, you just go ahead and ship it at this point, and because they're never going to fold, and whatever draws that Sema and or Jenny both might be on, you can get maximum equity by making them go ahead and put in another barrel. So I don't hate the fold, but it was either shove or fold. So Sema looking for a 7, a 9, or a 3 to chop, or
and the spade got there.
The spade would have gotten there, and Tina will see that she missed out on a monster pot. Sema and Jenny going check again, same scenario they were in before, and Tina's gonna be a little steamed on that one.
I think so too.
But again, it wasn't a terrible fold. It was either a ship or a fold.
I agree.
You're trying to straddle and you don't even play the bomb pot, girlfriend? Janice, you're trying to straddle?
I was trying to.
But you don't even play the bomb pot? No. Girlfriend, you got better odds than the bomb pot?
That's different.
All right, so we're going to pick up the action here on hand 10, I believe. Looks like Seema's going to raise it up with pocket sixes. She makes it 30. It's a healthy raise with sixes. Quite a few people left to act behind her. Supercat's going to get out of the way. Christy folds, Jenny folds. Janice folded ace queen there. Seema's $30 raise. So Smashley's going to wake up with queen jack. She's going to call. Looks like Mon called with the little suited connector 6-4.
I have a hard time calling with ace queen. That hand just has done me so bad over the years.
So Seema's going to go ahead and bet her sixes. Looks like a $60 somewhere. Yeah, $60.
Smashley going to be up and down on an all heart board, though. It's going to be tough to come along, even though you have the straight draw. Lose a lot of your outs to a one card flush, even if you hit your straight.
Yep.
He goes and lets that one go.
It's an aggressive bet by Seema. She's going to show him, too. We'll see how that plays for her later on. But I like the aggressiveness. All right, so Paul's getting ready to deal. We're going to go into hand number 11. We've already seen trips a couple of times. We've seen some aggressiveness out of the ladies. Been a really interesting night so far. So Seema's going to be in the gun. Looks like she's going to call the $2. Nobody else really picking up anything at this point. Mon with the call. And Tater's going to raise it up with the ace-jack offsuit. Seema's looking like she knows something's up. And she's going to leave it go. Again, back around to Mon. And Mon called with the king 7. So we're going to go to a flop with ace 7-3. So Mon hitting second pair. And Tater checked. So we've got $20 bet and a call. And the 10 shouldn't change anything with either one of them. We may go bet call. Wouldn't surprise me after the check on the flop from Tater. Bet call. He's going to show her the ace, and it's going to be good. So the check on the flop looks like it paid off for Tater. She's going to take a $128 pot. So Seema, for VPIP, is leading the way so far. Somebody in chat was saying when they were talking about the ace king of spades hand, pot odds continue with the flush draw, and that's true. But when you are short or a smaller buy-in and you're putting half or 3/4 of your chips in there, you want to make sure that you've got what you want. Like Reese said earlier, I don't hate the call. Unfortunate that she didn't. She would have got there. Not a whole lot for anybody on that flop. The turn brings Mon top pair. Seema with a wheel draw. She'll need 3. She can show her and fold. So Mon will take a small pot.
I'd rather be told.
Hand number 13 here on the ladies stream, Poker House Fort Worth here in Burleson. If you are watching or listening near the Fort Worth area and you are indeed a woman and want to play in this game, we have 2 on the list, but feel free to come get on the list. We've got the tournament going on right now, $1,500 guaranteed, and the we have a cash game going as well. So plenty of action here on this.
It's like Tina limped in under the gun with pocket threes, and we've got a variety of hands to call. We've got a small raise with the suited 8-9 from Smashley, who's been fairly quiet so far. So
Yeah, and I like that raise. I like that raise. I like that range. She's gonna have to call off Supercat's jam here. She just likes Jack 7, I suppose, but good enough. Looks like it's only going to be about 20, 25. So Smashley at least is definitely going to have to come along. But, I'd like to see Tina call with that hand. I mean, they're not going to lead too much into a dry side pot, and you can try to spike a 3 along the way.
So Supercat's going to be in bad shape here with their 7. I like Smashley's hand.
Oh, yeah. And Mon finally getting involved here with the Ace-7 offsuit. Pretty decent little pot. 10, 6, 9 on this board. 2 hearts at least for Supercat. Gut shot, flush draw. If you didn't get it on the flop, or before the flop, you're definitely getting it in now. So all's well that ends well.
Looks like this pot's going to grow just a little bit.
Yeah, Smashley with gut shot as well. 2 of the 7s already in other people's hands, though, unfortunately for her.
So Supercat's going to make her flush.
Triple up, yeah. Barring another heart on the river. That's going to keep Mon interested. She's stacking chips now, going to lead out. So she's still looking for an 8 for a straight, or now another heart.
It's like she's all in as well.
And it's hard to continue here if you're Smashley. Heart gets there, you just have a gut shot. $34 more.
She did call.
I mean, yeah, there's too much money in the pot to fold at this point, but it's definitely a crying call. And this is only a heart here can ruin things for Supercat. And it does not. So
Smashley's going to win the.
Yeah, Smashley's going to be pleasantly surprised with
side pot.
With that side pot. I would be if I had her hand and I was dragging that pot with the aggression there by Mon.
So we'll see if Mon is going to rebuy. I believe she was all in there.
Oh yeah, she was all in with her last $34 bet. And Supercat spinning up that 75 just like we thought. And yep, there is the exchange with the floor manager, James, there. We all know James. You know James if you've been here to Poker House Fort Worth. Fantastic guy, great floor, super friendly.
Yeah, everybody just does a wonderful job. I think I commented on one of the posts last week after the tournament. The staff both here at Fort Worth and at Peaks were just outstanding during that tournament. Extremely patient, extremely friendly. Just put on a great tournament.
Yeah, that was a very long 5 days for all the staff, and they kept it together and kept the performances up and showed up on time and stayed until the flights were over. It was just a great job by all staff involved.
I don't think it went unnoticed by the players either. I heard a lot of people that were very complimentary to the staff.
And that's great to hear. Chrissy going to straddle again. She straddled last orbit. She's going to do it again.
And she's going to pick up a suited ace.
Yeah. And with the Lorenzo, who's running the behind the scenes here at Poker House Fort Worth, catch up there to the straddle, does a fantastic job. I love me some Lorenzo. Very technical, apt gentleman.
And just a nice guy as well. So we've got some real hands here.
Yeah, Tater looks like the one's going to raise that up to 25 with ace-jack, and Sam is just going to come along with the ace-king. Look at Tina.
Tina picks up 9s. Chrissy with the ace-6. I'll be interested to see
Did
what she does.
she let the 9s go? She doesn't like being the follower. She likes to be the aggressor. She laid down the ace-king, laid down the 9s, all hands that you could arguably come along with. She decides to lay down. And she's been right so far. Let's see if she's right on this one so far.
Now Chris is going to flop the flush draw.
Yep. Yeah, this is a good flop for Chrissy. Mon's going to have a top pair on her fresh redraw. It's going to go check through. Everybody's kind of seeing where everybody else is at.
With a pair and a flush draw, I'd expect Chrissy to bet here, and she does.
Yeah, she's definitely – Mon, definitely with the gut shot here and top pair. Does she call six? She does call 65. So she's staying in the mix there. Tater,
Mon's gonna be very sticky.
yeah, Tater and Asema don't really have much excuse to continue on. So Chrissy here looking for another 6 or an ace or a spade to take down this one. And
a 5.
No help. Board pairing 5. So Chrissy could make a big stab here, but he likes to check it, and so does Mon, letting her top pair go ahead and go through to showdown for pretty good sized pot there, $238 pot. So she just rebought and added on to that to get herself back into closer to the black.
Immediately after rebuy, that's good for you.
No, it's good, definitely good feelings. Always regroup after getting into the wallet, and then to drag a decent sized pot right after that ails everything.
I know that feeling well. The reaching into the wallet part.
Hand number 15. This is the first ever women's cash game here at Poker House Fort Worth. A $1, $2, $300 max buy-in. We're looking to make this a regular thing. So if it's something that you feel like you would like to participate in, you can let us know here anytime during Poker House Fort Worth and put you on a list. We'll be announcing not too terribly long when we'll be doing it the next one. Of course, we do have a DJ here, the guy in the booth. His game tomorrow. It's a $1, $2, $300 max buy-in game. Do you already got your list on that one up on the wall?
We do. We have the list up. I think we're right at 9, 10 players, so there's probably 1 or 2 alternates right now. If anybody wants to come down, get on the list, or get on Poker Atlas and get on the list, we'd love to have you.
And it's always a very fun, action-packed game. We've been commentating it for a few weeks now. Several people to a flop of Queen 5 Deuce. Tater flopping top, and that's pretty much it right now.
Chrissy's got second pair. Mon's got bottom pair. I don't see a heart draw anywhere. So
Tater leading out for the first time in this session. We'll see how that gets the rest of the field to react. And having ace queen there, Mon comes along with bottom pair here, so staying active. 7 of diamonds on the turn, no help to Mon. Let's see if Tater stays on the gas here. Looks like she does. Only betting 20. I don't know if Mon thinks she can peel off another 2 or a jack on this river. And she is. She's going to stick to it here. So Tater, there's an ace on the river.
that should slow her down.
Yeah, Mon doesn't improve. Tater making 2 pair, and the hearts don't get there, but Mon's going to do the leading out. So unfortunately, Mon trying to represent that ace that Tater does hold. So that's just a good plan there by Mon. I like it. I like it a lot. Come along. There's a lot of circles to where that looks like the ace of hearts in her hand, chasing a heart draw, and just makes the ace on the river. But unfortunately didn't quite bet enough to scare her, especially when she made 2 pair on the river.
Yeah, once you make top, it's going to be hard to get anybody off that.
Yeah,
with no flush draws.
But I saw exactly what Mon was going for there, and good poker sense. Like I said, I would have put her on ace X of hearts, and if I just had a queen there without the ace queen, I would have been like, ugh, sucked out on the river.
Yeah, she just happened to run into it.
Yeah, she just happened to have the ace. So, well played by Mon. Now, the player stacks that flash there towards the bottom of the screen, most everybody's been kind of hanging out. We've had a few big hands here and there, and everybody's still, we've only had 1 rebuy so far, but there's a lot of stream left. So a lot of things, and if nothing else, we've seen that these ladies that do not mind getting it in the middle. We're going to go 4 ways to this flop here. Deuce 7-7. I wonder if they're playing the 7 deuce game, by the way.
Don't know if they're playing 7 deuce game or not. That actually happened a couple of weeks ago with us playing 7 deuce, and then I actually flopped 7-7 deuce.
I was commentating that stream.
It's easy to win the 7 deuce game when you flop 7-7 deuce.
Yeah, and I think I made the comment that I don't know if they're playing the 7 deuce game, and just because DJ's playing this way, this was pre-flop, obviously, doesn't mean anything either.
That's very
He's
true.
very capable of playing 7 deuce with or without the 7 deuce game. And then he flopped 3 deuces on the one, and then I think he bluffed the second one because I think he won it twice that night.
Yeah.
But We need some sort of indicator on whether little button sitting there if I know the 1-2 games, the 7-2 state game is on or off.
We have a lot of fun on that Wednesday night game. It plays loose, it plays fast. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I do enjoy commentating the game. Quite a few viewers on Facebook and YouTube. Let us know in the chat who you tuning in watching. Who are you rooting on tonight in this ladies 1-2 game? Give us who you think is going to take the Lions share tonight. Jenny going to raise this hand up with pocket eights. A few limpers before. Smashley's got an 8 in her hand, taking away one of the outs. Not much else in the field. She only made it 13, though, so Mon and Sama and Supercat could come along.
Yeah, those suited cards are hard to let go for a very small raise in this game.
Yeah, and looks like all of them do there. So Jenny built herself a big pot here in a flop with a lot of air and some aggression. She is the first one to act. Not a bad flop for pocket eights. 7, 9, 10. Smashley going to have gut shot straight flush draw.
Yeah, Smashley's not going anywhere.
She's not going anywhere. Sama and Supercat are probably going to get out of the way of this one. So even though Jenny's ahead in this hand, mathematically she is behind. Don't see that too often in poker, but it does happen where there's just too many outs to fold. King of spades is not one of those, but it does give her a few more outs on the straight.
Jenny's going to stay on the gas here with a $20 bet and a call by Smashley.
Smash is never folding.
Jack would be unfortunate.
It is the deuce of spades, so Jenny is going to survive, and I like this bet on the river. Kind of a blocker bet. You might be thinking, I don't know if that's what she's thinking, but I'd say, bet 20 here so you don't have to call 100,
Yeah, and if your opponent did miss, they're probably going to lay it down.
Yeah, so it's just kind of a blocker. But there shows the pocket eights, letting her know that I had a little something.
Smashley, I would have been interested to see her raise maybe the turn with the gut shot and the flush draw to see what Jenny did there.
Yeah, Jenny would have had a hard time continuing if Smashley had hit her back with 3 or 4x. Definitely would have been a blunder spot. I would have laid it down.
All right, so we're on hand 18.
Dealer Paul in the box. He'll be with us for about 10 or 15 more minutes, and then we'll get Brandon in box, I believe, tonight, and we'll have the bomb pot.
I believe this will be Brandon's first time dealing on stream.
Yeah, he was working with Lorenzo earlier, learning the ins and outs. It's just a little bit harder than dealing normally. A few more things to pay attention to, but our guys do better and better each time they get on the stream. They do a great job.
We've got some big hands slipping in here. Ace King, Ace Queen, pocket pair.
Deuce, 4, 10, 2 diamonds. Janice, nut flush draw.
Looks like she's going to fire at it.
And Sama, looks like Sama came along there, even though it folded her hand on the graphics. See if we can get that back up. Her second pair might be good to her right now. Jenny's got the gut shot, decides to call the $10. Mon wants to see a 3 peel on the turn instead of it's a deuce. Doesn't change much of anything, but does pair the board. Janice going to lead out still for 20.
Sama's going to call. She's not a believer.
Yeah, and she's correct for right now. Sama looking to dodge an ace or a diamond. Does so. So Sama going to be best here with the 4s.
Janice going to have to make a big bet.
She's going to check it.
Check.
And I think Sama's just going to realize her equity and turn over, and that's what she does, and she's going to win. So good calls there by Sama. Stay alive. I don't hate the bets by Janice either. I think that was just good betting and good non-believing.
Having played with Janice, I'm surprised she didn't fire a half pot size bet there on the river.
She prone to doing so.
Yeah, she doesn't like to give up. She doesn't like to give up, and rightfully so most of the time.
Yeah, it would have been a tough call there on the river. She had really hammered it. Got Nathan in the chat on YouTube saying hello, Tater. Rooting for Tater.
Tater's done well. She had a big hand with Ace Jack earlier, and Ace Queen as well.
Good head, honey. Good head.
Supercat still going to nurse that stack she's got. Chrissy's away from the table. Would have had pocket tens. Pocket threes again. That's the fourth or fifth time we've seen pocket threes tonight.
Not a three yet. See if we can finally get one here. Not quite still. 10-4-4. No help to anyone. Janice in lead with her pocket pair, and that's not the worst flop in the world for pocket trays. And she's going to come along for 10 there, betting out of Jenny.
So there's a go check on the
Yeah,
turn.
I started to say they just check.
And I think it'll go check again. Oh, Jenny's going to fire.
And
Jenny's going to look her up.
There's that sticky J they were talking about in the chat earlier.
Yep.
Saying, fine, show me something.
You got it. Here's my $10.
$10 cost of education on what you're betting on. So the player stacks. Janice still in lead with that early double up off of Supercat. Mon trying to climb back. She's into 2 bullets for 600, but still over that 300 mark. Supercat back down to where she was whenever she lost that big pot down to Janice. And Tina, Chrissy, Smashley, all just barely into the red. And your green into the black, same Tater, Jenny, and of course Janice so far after 20 hands here in this $300 max buy-in game.
She was going to pick up fives in the gun here. I don't expect her to limp. She didn't with sixes earlier.
Yeah, she did raise it up to 15. Supercat and Tina not looking down at anything. Chrissy, ace-10 offsuit. May see a flop here. Tough to call with ace-10, but
it would not surprise me to see her raise.
And she did.
Her game.
So you do know her well better than I. She 3-bets to a 45. I like that. I like that a lot.
Mon's going to come along with a suited 8-4.
Mon's looking to get active.
I like Mon's game. It reminds me of mine.
she's down, climbing a little bit back, but got to get involved to get that money back, and that's exactly what she is doing. 9-7 jack on this flop. Same is still going to be best, but some gut shots for Chrissy and Mon. Running spades for Mon. And went check to... Was it Chrissy bet 55?
Chrissy bet 55 with the gut shot.
Interesting.
So overs.
Yeah. Same checked. Chrissy continues the story with the 4-bet. And Mon just does not care. She's just coming right along. What a call.
Seema's going to have to let these fives go.
Yeah, it's hard to call the 3-bet pre, and then the aggression comes and you get a caller right behind you. Even if you think Chrissy doesn't have it, it's hard to overcall over Mon.
10 would be an interesting card here.
Yeah, see if anything develops that Mon can represent. See
if this slows Chrissy down at all.
Yeah, if Chrissy checks her, I'd love to see Mon fire 100 right here. Oh, she didn't. That was the opening. There. And see, Chrissy's going to bet this here and take away. No, she just went all in. So removed any of Mon's chances to be able to take this down. Chrissy did open the door for her. Mon had the right idea, just didn't walk through the door there on that turn. Check there by Chrissy.
And that's that aggressiveness I was talking about with Chrissy. She's a good player, a really good player, and she generally knows where she's at in most hands.
Oh yeah, and Mon would have definitely put her in the blender with a $100 bet there on that turn.
Yeah, I think Chrissy would have let that go on the turn with a $100 bet.
Yeah, like I said, she opened the door for her, and Mon makes that flop call with the idea of larceny in mind later in the hand, and just didn't quite get through the door. Brad asking how much they pay to win. Yeah, they're winning and paying whatever they want to bet. I'm not real sure the question there. But if you mean how much they pay to play, these are just members of the club. And we decided to put together a ladies stream for them with a little bit of popular request from a few of them, and had a lot of interested parties that wanted to play. and just part of the production we wanted to put on.
So Brad, they buy in with their own money. Their initial, some of them their initial $300 buy-in. If they go broke, they're welcome to rebuy, or they can run it up. But it's a $300 max buy-in, and we see where when the stream ends at 10 o'clock. The game will probably go on. It looks like Supercat's going to jam here with Ace 7.
And there's like a bunch of called straddles possibly there, 5-5, 25, and Supercat with the squeeze.
So you can pick up $25 here maybe with the best hand.
Yeah, don't think you'll see a call out of Janice. Mon with the
Mon
3
is
deuce.
questionable.
She could, I'm telling you. She likes to be involved. I think I've said that about you a lot on stream. Is
Well, that's 3-2. That's one of my favorites. So especially with a raise in front of me.
yeah.
And let's see if she does make the call.
She's counting out the chips. I love it.
I hope she makes this call.
I love it so
I'm going to
much.
root for her.
There
I'm
it
going
is.
to root for it. Oh, my Lord. I love it.
Fantastic.
Oh, and Supercat's going to be sick when she sees this 3 deuce.
And when see if it wins. Are they going to show it? Is Mon the type to show it? That's the thing. Is she going to rub it in and say, "This is what I called you with"? No, we don't see any cards on the table just yet. Oh, there's an ace right on the flop with the deuce. So some out. So
1 diamond.
4 deuce diamond.
4-3.
8 does not help.
Oh.
And the jack on over. So Supercat lives on.
She's coming back. That's $171 all-in pot. She was down to 60 or 70 at one point.
She's been all in twice. She is on her second life now. See if she has 9 for the stream. Hopefully she doesn't have to get through all 9. Hopefully she can pull her up stack. But the cat lives again, and Mon made a great run with the 3 deuce. I love that call. Like I said, I don't know how many times I've said on the stream, DJ calls as is he wants to be involved.
The stream is a little bit different beast. It's a lot of fun.
And it's definitely entertaining for everyone to watch, and they've been good ones on Wednesdays. If you haven't checked out our Wednesday at night DJ's game stream, tomorrow night 7 o'clock, same time as this one. Though it's $1, $2, $300 max buy-in, just like this one. A definite cast of characters, and the action is really good.
Last week was probably the slowest week we've had. I was only all in twice. I'm usually all in, 2 or 3 times in the first hour. So
Mon's going to raise this up here, ace jack offsuit. See if anyone has anything else they want to combat with. They see her getting involved a lot, so they're apt to call her a little bit wider than usual if they're paying attention. Sama does do that with the queen 8 and king 9.
Jenny's going to come on with the king 9 of diamonds. So this will be interesting. We've got the queen 10-8 flop. A little something for everybody. Seema with 2 pair. Jenny with a gut shot, backdoor flush draw. And Mon with a gut shot.
I love that show back in the day.
So Seema's going to fire out with her 2 pair, $45. Or no, more than that's got to be more than 45, right? Oh, Mon bet 45.
Mon's about that 45.
Seema raised it up to 100.
Yeah. And, I don't know if Mon wants to put it all in for the gut shot, but she does make the call. So 1 over and a gut shot here. Pretty much.
Well, we know there's been 1 king folded.
Yeah. And that does counterfeit Sama's 2 pair there. So that's going to slow things down. Mon's going to check it out, try to get her out. Does not quite get there. She's not going to have enough to get Sama to fold anything, so she just got to turn it up, and that's going to be a good pot there for Sama. And so a good turn card there to save Mon the rest of her $50 there to see if she can spin that up. Otherwise, it would have probably had to go in if she's going to call that flop. That puts Sama up around 400, about 100 up for the session. Hand number 23, I believe.
We've got a few that have been quiet. I'm anxious to see Smashley get involved, as well as Tina. Tina has folded some pocket pairs and some hands pre-flop. Anxious to see her get involved and see how that goes.
And Chrissy's got some chips now, and she seems like one of those. From what you've described and what we've seen, she can bring the thunder. And I'm really curious to see if she switches into that gear before the stream is under. She seems like a player that can really turn it up.
I think once Chrissy gets a read on the table, I think you'll see that aggression ramp up just a little bit.
Mon going to put in her last 54 with 10-8 suited. Tater going to wake up with pocket jacks. Her patience has been rewarded a little bit with this hand. Let's see if it holds on. Smashly tired of sitting around calls with these 6-5 of diamonds. And see if any two cards are good here for same on the button. Let's see what she wakes up with here. Nope, not quite. King deuce offsuit. Don't blame her. And
I think Jenny will fold here.
Yeah. Let the graphics catch up here as they put in Smashly's hand. Tina's getting out of the way. So Mon going to be all in with the 10-8 suited. Tater just flats with the jacks. And didn't matter. I thought she might raise for isolation, but chose not to. I believe everyone else did fold as the graphics do play catch. No, Smashly called. Smashly called.
She did call.
Yeah, okay. And 7-5-10. The bottom pair holding for Smashly, but Tater still in the lead with an overpair. Going to check this dry side pot. Queen on the turn.
Mon flopping top pair there, and let's see what Smashly does. Looks like she's going to fire at the queen.
And we'll see if Tater here folds to one bet. It's a very well-timed bet there from Smashly. Little does she know that's a perfectly timed bet to give maximum scare there to Tater.
Well, unfortunately, right now with Mon having top pair, she'll need to catch a 5 or a 6.
This was showing Tater 60 to call, so I think Smashly bet 60 and putting the pressure on Tater does get her to fold. So that's going to keep Mon alive unless Smashly can hit another 5 or a 6. And no help. So Mon going to get some of those chips back. It's on 167 in the pot.
Minus 60 the river bet, so bet $107 for her.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what she went all in with prior. I thought it should be. No, it was only 3 ways because Tater and Smash are the ones that came along, and she was all in for 50-ish something. So yeah, a little over $150 a pot, $100 profit, which she has proven to put to work. So
well, unfortunate for her, Smashly fired at the turn and got Tater to fold.
Oh yeah, no, she Smashly gave her that pot with that well-timed aggression. Which is fine, because she thinks she could have been ahead there with the 6s and just gone heads up with Mon with any 2 random cards because Mon didn't have a lot. It could have been up against anything. Just 2 big cards. As long as she didn't have the queen, the 6s would have been good.
So Jenny's going to limp with King 10 under the gun. We've got several followers.
We've reached into the limping phase of the stream. The first phase, everybody folds. Middle phase, everybody limps. And then everybody's double, triple straddling in the last phase.
Looks like somebody raised. Seema raised. Seema made it 25 with a 9-4.
I don't hate it.
Well, with 6 limpers,
yeah.
let's see if we can clear the field. We got to get through Mon.
And Mon's going
to call.
Yeah. Any 2 cards are good for this lady so far. Little does Seema know that she has her absolutely crushed with a 9-4.
9 high flop would be dangerous.
6-5 king. See if Seema keeps up the aggression. See, Seema check. You could see Mon make a bet here.
Unfortunately, Seema's got hearts. If Mon does make a move.
No, she decides not to. So the deuce there, sneaking into the river, going to take this one down for Mon. She's going to bet it out and just get there on the river. Now, I don't see any cards in front of Seema. So I'm curious if this is Supercat that's got these cards.
It is Supercat.
And so Supercat may not have 9-4. She may have whatever her reader actually was. So either way, she went check all the way through. So she does lay it down. So either way, she didn't have much of anything in that hand. But Mon picking up some more chips, puts her over the 200 mark. That's enough to really barrel any sort of $10 or $15 pre-flop raise with a couple of callers. Squeeze $200 is enough to squeeze with.
And I'll wager that we do see that at some point.
I more than believe so. She's already shown that she knows how to tell a tale on a board, and so I know the squeeze play is in her bag as well. I guarantee it. Went to showdown briefly. Flash there. I'm going to have control over that when we get in that other room, by the way. So showing these stats up on the bottom of the screen there, and right now we got it automated.
Mon limping in with ace jack or called 5. It looks like there was a straddle.
Yeah.
Some real hands behind her with ace 9, king 10, king jack. Supercat's going to come along.
Tina just hasn't woke up much in the last few orbits. Ginny checks the option with a queen deuce. We're gonna go six ways to a flop. Janice had pocket 4s, I saw. 7, 7, 7.
It's an interesting flop for pocket 4s.
Jackpot flop.
And I think she'll fire at it.
Yeah.
She does. And that may clear the field. Mon might come along with 2 overs.
Yeah, Mon might think any ace.
She does.
She does. In fact, she raises. She raises. Looks like there's only a couple chips there in front of Janice. Janice betting 10, and Mon raising it up to 25. Nice play. I'm a Mon fan.
She had several people out behind her, and she's not worried about the 7. She said, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah, Mon came to play. But she is up against Sticky J.
Yep.
So
Janice will get a little sticky with her hand. She's seen some of the hands that Mon turned over, so she's not going to believe her yet.
Yeah. And does Mon fire the rest of it? Because it's pretty much all in her fold, or all in her check. There's nope, she's just going to do 25. Is that enough to get Janice out?
I don't think so.
I don't think so
I
either.
think Janice comes along.
Yeah. Maybe setting up enough of a pot size shove on this river.
I still think Janice calls.
I think Janice does no matter what, but I think that's and plus it just looks so sus for Mon to fire.
I think Janice calls here. If she'd put her whole stack in, Janice going to call.
Yep.
It's a crying call, but she's good.
Yep. That is. Like I said, I think I probably would have either made a move there on the turn, because on the river, going all in. What are you trying to tell somebody you have a 7 here? You're not going to go all in. You're going to bet small. But the problem is Janice isn't going to fold for small. So there's really no room to make a bluff there against a player like Janice. I would have liked to have seen her save $25 there on that river.
Just go check.
Yeah. Sharon saying, thanks for featuring our women's 1-2 table on the stream. Wish my poker room would do this here in Florida. Well, we have enough women players here that hey, let's have a lady stream. And we're like, absolutely, why not? And in a matter of days, we had a list ready to go. And in fact, I had to push it beyond July 4th because we had so much stuff going on. These ladies were ready to play last week, and so we're going to be doing it again pretty soon. We'll let everyone know. But if you're interested, just be sure and get on that list. We're gonna be doing a lot more streams here pretty soon once we get some equipment moved around. This is the top of the hour bomb pot.
And I think over the first hour, Reese, this is exactly the action we thought we would see. Knowing most of these ladies, it's been some really, really top shelf poker.
I think it's been great. Like I said, it hasn't been too slow. It hasn't been too crazy over the top. I think it's been fantastic. This is the 4-card Omaha double board bomb pot. Top of every hour. If you play in our cash games, you are familiar with these every 30 minutes on the dealer change. Takes us a little while to get all the graphics straight on these, so it's always kind of a circus coming through.
So it looks like Jenny open-ended 2 ways on the bottom board.
Mon going to bet out here with a set of 8s, and not much working on the bottom.
Tater with aces, flush draw on the top.
Unfortunately, she's got 3 aces in her hand. You can only play 2 cards out of your hand in Omaha.
Flush draw does help on the top board.
Yeah. Supercat on the top. Jack.
I think she'll lay that hand down.
Not much else, yeah.
She knows she hits her straight on either board, it's no good. So we've got, looks like we're going two ways now. Mon with her set, Tater with her flush draw on the same board. So Mon's going to hit her full house.
Some don't. It's fine. You don't like it? No.
H full of threes on top.
That's fair. I like too many bits, so I'm always the outcast.
Tater still going to be good on the bottom board. Colin. Mon was all in.
Yeah, I don't know what Mon can hit here on the bottom. An 8, obviously, for one. Another 6. And it's not going to be either way, so we're going to go chop chop on this one. Mon and Tater pick it up a little apiece, which is always good in a bomb pot.
Yep.
It's hard to win with trips in your hand. I know in some clubs they get a bonus from all players if you win with trips in your hand.
I've seen that as well. I've seen that as well. I actually played one about a month ago. Had 2 pair in my hand and hit quads over quads.
Oh, wow.
That's the only time I've ever done that. I had another friend of mine that did that here in this room right after you first opened. But that's the first time I've ever done that.
Wow. Yeah, I was playing Big O last week, and it's the first time I've ever had, and this is just one board game, Big O, 5 pair. I don't know what the odds of that are, probably not very good, but I had 5 pair. I didn't pay much to get there, but I just thought it was intriguing that I had 5 pair.
Typically not your winning hand.
Wasn't any good, no. Like I said, it wasn't a big pot, but I've never thought about that.
What I like is when you have a double board bomb pot like that, you have 4 or 5 cards in your hand, and you don't hit a pair, you don't hit a straight, you don't hit anything. It's so hard to do.
I think that's mathematically as hard as anything in 4 cards here. So we have reached the second hour of the stream. Again, I want to welcome everyone for tuning in to Poker House Fort Worth, live on Facebook and YouTube. Quite a few people tuned in watching the ladies' game on this Tuesday night. New here for the stream. We're going to be having more of these. We just need to find out when. So if you're interested, you can sign up at Poker House Fort Worth. We also have DJ's game on Wednesday nights. Again, it's the same $1, $2, $300 max buy-in. Lots of fun. And we've got a hand brewing here. Queen 9 with Simo going to raise it up to 10. Tina's going to come on with pocket 9s. Chrissy calling as well. And Janice electing to flat with pocket queens. Going to play these queens real sneakily, and sneaky pays off as she flops top set with a queen, jack, I believe 4. Now let's see how she chooses to play this. She's going to just fire off right at the beginning. She's not going to waste any time announcing the strength of her hand. And Sama, who has the last queen of the deck, is going to come along with the queen. So queen, jack, deuce. Sama drawing it dead on the turn. Janice not going to slow down. And I don't know with the way that Sama called down Janice earlier, if she's going to be able to get away from it. Janice betting 50. And Sama coming along as well. So there's not much to scare Janice off now, as she has made a boat on the river there. Queen, jack, deuce at 5-5. Ignore the graphics there as they get corrected. But Sama, even the 9 doesn't play. So she's playing queens and 5s with the jack. So it's going to be hard for Sama to fold anything here. It's just Janice flopped an absolute monster, and Sama just happens to have the last queen in the deck. Yeah, she bet 100 and Sama snap called. So Sama unlucky there, getting just about as unlucky as you get against that hand with Janice flopping that queen. Sharon saying 4 cards in your hand on bomb pot is interesting. We only do 2 cards in your hand and a double board here in Florida. Yeah, a lot of the players, a lot of the rooms here in Texas, depending on the stakes of the game, they'll do 2-card bomb pots. But I call that boring and a waste of time. So here we do 4 cards to get some action in. I believe in some of those other clubs, if you're playing 1-2 DJ, I think they do. I think they do hold'em bomb pots.
They will do hold'em bomb pots. Yes.
Yeah, and which I understand. I mean, we're a little bit nutty here for giving people an opportunity to go broke every 30 minutes playing an Omaha game.
Well, and I've seen. I saw my favorite T-shirt ever last week. It said, "You play Texas Hold'em. I play Hold'em in Texas. We are not the same."
That's exactly right.
And so when I watch streams from other clubs out of state, and somebody makes it 6 or 9 pre-flop, not quite sure how to take that.
Yeah.
Not used to that here. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of 1-2, 15, 30.
that's yeah. They even have a saying when it's 5-6 people to flop, they call it Texas heads up.
That is
In
true.
other places, Texas poker is its whole other animal.
So SEMA picking up jacks here, making it 20.
Yeah,
I'm
and,
not sure. I think Tina might have folded a pocket pair, look like 6s.
Janice, who just won a monster pot off of SEMA, doesn't give her any opportunity to win some of that back. Mon coming along with 7-6 offsuit. Tater going to be priced in, looking for some hearts. Ashley played the 9-8 earlier. Did she fold it this time, or did she put in the call there? We'll see if they let the graphics catch up. Queen 4-6. Mon second pair. Sema still ahead. Looks like she might have put in what she had. Well, maybe not all the chips, but she got hurt pretty bad there with Janice. Mon, any pair is a good pair for her. Gonna come along.
5, 6, or 7 would be interesting here.
Yeah, deuce doesn't change much, but
I wonder if that slows SEMA down the call there from Mon.
I don't know. She's been calling it a lot. I mean, even with her calling that flop, you can't just give her a queen. But she's going to take the lead on the action here and jam it in
All
there.
in.
I don't think Sama's going to be in the mood to fold, though, after losing that monster pot to Janice and not having much left in her stack. I think she's going to call her regardless here. Yeah, she does go ahead and make that call. She just doesn't have enough chips to fold at this point. So Mon looking for a 6 or a 7. Does not quite get there, so same as jacks are going to hold. And much needed double up to get some of those chips back. She shipped over Janice's way on that brutal cooler.
It's like a $265 pot, which puts her back up close to her starting stack.
Yeah, Sharon, we do. That's what we were saying. We do the deal with the bomb pots on the dealer changes as well, but they do 4-card Omaha bomb pots. So everybody's always got something. So real quickly for everyone, we have. Just want to show this up here real quickly on the stream. The $20,000 Point Series Free Roll Championship. That's a $20,000 free roll there, DJ.
Incredible value.
Yep, we have the first qualifier coming up on August 3rd. With this qualifier, you are stacking your chips just by playing here at Poker House Fort Worth. The cash games, the tournaments, multiple ways to earn chips. If you are just an active member of Poker House Fort Worth, you automatically start with 5,000 in chips, and then you can add to that chip stack for the qualifier by entering into tournaments, rebuys in tournaments. On the cash games, we're going to have hourly high hands, we have wheel spins, many ways to earn chips to build your own chip stack for this August 3rd qualifier, where the top 15% will earn a seat into this $20,000 championship free roll. So there's only 3 chances to get into this tournament on August 3rd, September 7th, and October 5th. So come on in to Poker House Fort Worth. Build up your chip stack just by playing here at Poker House Fort Worth. You're going to get some chips to take into that qualifier. Get in the top 15% and punch your ticket into the $20,000 free roll championship.
People really do win. I picked up 5,000 points today for a high hand on the wheel. So,
and you'll get to add that to your stack on August 3rd, because you're just shooting for the top 15%. And so at the end of the day, you want to build your own chip stack as big as you can to get to that top 15% as well as you can. Now, I've seen people make the 15% with just a starting stack of 5,000. It can be done. But if you're going to play poker, you might as well play at Poker House Fort Worth, where you're getting some ulterior bonuses to lead up to getting into something as big as that $20,000 free roll.
And some of the things that you guys have done here, the $50,000 guarantee, the World Series giveaway, Just a tremendous value for what the players pay.
Oh yeah, we enjoy the promotions. We enjoy giving back to the players. Like I said, we just if you're going to spend money playing poker, if you're going to spend money here, if you're going to spend money anywhere, you might as well get where you have the best in return. You go to the casinos with the best comps, right? So if you're going to play poker, you might as well play where you can get rewarded in kind for being a fantastic customer.
Looks like Supercat got bored here with the ace-4 and raised it up and got re-raised by Tater with her pocket queens. See what she wants to do
She's
here.
got to sit here and posture for a moment, thinking, and I think it's a little bit of a show here. She's not going to want to put in, even if it is just a small 3-bet. Goes in and lets it go.
She's worked very hard to get that stack built back up.
Yeah. Looks like we lost Mon in that last hand while we were discussing that $20,000. She may come back. We may be going to the waiting list. But this game does go on even after the stream. We've still got about an hour and a half left of the stream. But just because the stream ends doesn't mean the game ends. So if you went to if you were a lady interested in joining these ladies and playing a little bit of a cash game tonight, come hang out and sign up for the next one. We'll be announcing it shortly. And if you are watching or listening near the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we have cash games going on out in the field. I think I saw a 1-2 table opened earlier. And the tournament still might be going on.
It is.
The tournament's still going on. Good deal, good deal.
Just walked out there. So Supercat with the suited king-queen raises it up. Tater with the suited king-10 calls. Smashley with the queen-10 going to call. So we'll go 3 ways to the flop.
Some train wreck possibility flops here with these 3 very similar hands. See if dealer Paul obliges. 7-9-4, so not quite. Let's see who stays aggressive. None. There's a queen, so one of the few outs there for Smashley comes in.
So Supercat's going to like this here.
Yeah, and smashed Smashley, and Supercat has just got her pipped on the kicker. Deuce on the river, it changes nothing. So how much is Smashley going to bet, and is Supercat just going to call here?
Maybe enough to, it's like 51 maybe.
Yeah, she shows it there. So
Supercat going to take another pot, go back to building her stat back up.
Yeah, that's life number 3 for the Supercat, I think. You get your third all in.
That's her third life. She's got 6 left. We do the math correctly.
Yeah, Sharon, it is a long drive from Orlando, but Janice, who is the biggest benefactor of this cash game so far there in the 7 seat, she just got back from driving from Florida. She went down there for a vacation last week, enjoyed herself. So it's a doable drive. I don't know if it's worth it for a 1-2 cash game, but
I noticed Janice looked a little tanner when she came in tonight.
Yeah, she
a little more relaxed.
She went to Florida. And she drove the whole way. I can't do it. I can barely drive here. I can't even drive across the state. When I go to Texarkana, Midland, Odessa, I have to fly.
I had a friend of mine call me the other day. He's training for a marathon, and he asked me if I'd be interested in training with him. And I just told him, I said, I don't even like to drive 26 miles, much less run it. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either. So Tina's been relatively quiet, as well as Christy the last few hands, a couple of rounds. Not a whole lot for anybody here. Looks like Seema's going to what's she going to do here with King 3? King 3 suited the new ace-10 off. So she's going to let it go, and we're going to have our first walk. They certainly sound like they're having a good time. So on to hand 32.
And dealer Paul's still in the box. I wonder if Brandon got a little stage fright there. I wanted to see what his training did there. So maybe he'll be coming in to wrap up the stream later. But, I know Lorenzo was helping him out there earlier. But Paul does a fantastic job.
Chrissy with pocket 5s here is going to raise it up. She makes it 10. 15. 15. Looks like she's going to get looked up by Jenny for sure.
Janice with the largest mountains of chips in front of her lets her hand go. Not much going on here. Well, no, same looks like she called. See if her cards are right with the 9 deuce. She just wants to play her button, perhaps.
Supercat called what I would call folded a premium, which would be Queen 9 of spades. So
ace, king, deuce, all diamonds. Tough flop for Chrissy, who was the pre-flop aggressor, but she's going to continue here.
Jenny will not get away from this.
No, not going anywhere. Top pair, nut flush draw. May see a raise. Yeah, she is going to raise. I was going to say you may even see a raise out of Jenny. She knows her poker chops and knows the equity she has is golden no matter what Chrissy's holdings are. Seema gets out of the way with the bottom pair.
Chrissy will let go of her
hand here. Just let it go. And looks like Jenny turned it. Nope, didn't turn it up. Said not being friendly right now. I'll have to guess.
I think Jenny has dealt to Chrissy several times and knows her game as well.
Chrissy has a little bit of a look of frustration on her face there, as well deserved. She just hasn't been in much position to do much tonight. Hasn't woken up with much, and what she has tried to pursue, the opponents just had it. So a little bit of frustration from her, but she's still a little bit over starting stack. No blood given yet, so just needs to dial it back in. She's still a little over the 300 mark of the buy-in there. So still plenty of time on the stream and money in the stack to start making your game happen. I feel like we just haven't seen her game yet.
I agree. It's just it's been a matter of hands at the right time.
Yeah.
Seema picking up aces here.
And doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to come along. And she shows it. One time when she just wants Janice to wake up with a hand. Janice has punished her twice tonight. She's trying to get some of those chips back out of Janice's stack.
Like we said when we started, I like Janice's game a lot. She is sticky, but she knows where she stands a lot of the time.
I didn't know she had those river bluffs in her. I haven't watched her play. Of course, if I knew that, that wouldn't be much bluffs now, would it? So she's got me fooled.
It's it's easier to bluff when you show down the best hand 2 or 3 times, and it's there for you when you need it.
Yeah, that's all I've seen out of her is the best hands. So just let her come into the pot definitely scares me. So not much coming around on this hand number 34. Looks like Seema is going to call the 5 Supercat, calling 5 with the 7 deuce.
Looks like Janice straddled. Is that right?
Yeah. Jenny calls and Janice chooses to check her option with the ace king suited.
Wow,
so that's one
surprising.
7-8-3, 2 spades on this flop, no spades with anyone, and Supercat going to be a pair of 7s along with Seema, but Seema has her out kicked. So I guess Janice knew after all that the ace king just wasn't going to be there this time. Going to lose the minimum playing that hand.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a call from Janice here. Nope, she's going to let it go.
I've got $5 in there that I put in before I even saw it. So king on the turn might make her want her hand back. Seema not going to slow down though on that king. It's about a 20 or 25 there. It's hard to just give Seema any kind of king here. If you think your 7 was good on the flop, you just have to assume that she turned better. Oh, look at her talking to her. Trying to get a read off Seema.
And she's going to let it go.
Yeah, good fold. They're clearly not playing the 7 deuce game.
They are not.
So you played in this tournament here, I believe. DJ did the noon $500 guaranteed free roll. You played in that today?
I did.
Yeah, we've had that thing grow up pretty good there. This is one of the tournaments where you can earn chip stacks for the qualifier on August 3rd. And you can do it for literally free. It's a free roll.
I actually came in on my lunch hour and ran ace king into aces about 5 hands in, and got my card punched and went and ate and went back to work.
There you go. There you go. And like I said, that's every day at noon. Every day at noon. If you're off work for the day and come by, you got a little $500 guaranteed free roll here at Poker House Fort Worth. Nice fun little tournament.
It looks like we're going to go to flop 5 ways.
Everybody limps in with some various holdings. Let's get a variable flop.
Saw 3-4 hearts.
Got shot for Chrissy. A lot of
second pair for Supercat.
That's about it.
Kind of a.
See if anybody bets this out.
I'd like to see Seema lead out here.
Seema does have the hearts. Yeah, she's got the hearts. A lot of good turn cards for her. Anything lower than a 6 or a heart. Only betting 7. Supercat's going to call with her second pair.
Looks like Chrissy called with her gut shot.
Yeah. Jenny getting out of the way. Janice not finding a way to come along as well. So there's still going to be 3 to this turn.
We've had the queen, the 9, and the 10 of hearts all out. Heart draw is going to be tough to get there, but
there's an 8 giving some more outs to Chrissy, who can now catch a 7 or a queen.
And Supercat still calling with the best hand. Let's see what Chrissy does here. She just calls.
Yeah, she picks up more outs. Hard to fold now. No hearts for Seema, so Supercat's still going to be best.
She checks it. See what Chrissy does.
I don't think Chrissy's
going to fire.
Oh, I'd love it if she does.
This is her game.
That's it. I love it. I love it. And that's exactly what she needs to do here. There's a lot of hearts, a lot of open-enders in her opponent's holdings. The way they bet small. And Seema's going to look her up with 3s on the river.
And it's good. Seema knows her game as well.
Wow, wow, wow. Did not expect that one. And it looks like no one at the table expected that one either.
What a great call.
Woof. Woof. Well done, Seema. Well bet, Chrissy. That's just poker, DJ.
That is. That's 2 players that have played together and know each other's game. Very, very impressive call.
Yeah, that's good bet by Chrissy. Like I said, but Seema looked it up, making that 3 on the river, and Chrissy looks like she is reloading without question. But Chrissy just hasn't caught the cards in the stream, so she's had to try to make her own hands happen. So don't blame her at 1 iota for trying to pick up that one there.
Not at all. You're going to get a fold out of that 3, the majority of the time.
Right.
That move's going to work. We're seeing some really good play tonight.
And really, Janice is up the most here with the 579, but the rest of the field just not too much up or down. $200 up or down about the range, but you've got Supercat, Tater, Seema, Chrissy all around. $50 ish to $100. I think Seema had a little more. That might have been her chip count before, because it looks like she's got at least 440 in front of her. So I know she's doubled up. But
yeah, I don't think Supercat's count.
I think Supercat. Right. Yeah, I think she's the pot. Yeah, I think they got a pot backwards there.
Yeah,
I think
it was the one where we were reading Seema's hands.
Yep. Because I think it showed Supercat having way more than she had. But she's going to raise this one up and try to bring up that not $400 chip stack, but the couple $100 chip stack with the King Jack offsuit. Unfortunately, swing and a miss here. 2 pair for Jenny, though. Janice top pair. Jenny may get some value here. Supercat, the aggressor, goes ahead and checks, but Jenny's going to play her hand face up here on the button and make a pretty sizable bet there. Looks like she's bet 40.
Pot size bet.
Yeah. And Janice top pair, pretty wet board. Does she want to just call along, hoping that Jenny is on the draw? Looks like she's choosing to. Supercat lets it go.
She called. I think she smells something. I think she knows she might be in trouble. She might need some help.
Yeah.
We'll see what Jenny does here. That ace may let Janice get away from it.
Yeah, she's going to check it, and Jenny, hoping that's a card she was wanting to see to give Janice a pair. Unfortunately, that's as big of a scare card for Janice as anything else. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they weren't playing the 7 deuce game, they were playing the 6-9 game.
The 6-9 game.
Okay, so she won an extra 5 from each person for winning with the 6-9. So I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know it was either.
But that's okay. Good job. She turned that over very excitedly and said, "Everybody hand me $5," and they did. So that's what sounds like what that is. The 6-9 game. And I'm going to leave that one at that.
Yeah, I think at this point I'll refer to that as the 96 game.
And number 37, moving on. Ball here in the ladies' night, Tuesday night, $1, $2, $3 max buy-in. It's been a fun game so far.
Absolutely.
And, seen some good poker moves, some decent-sized pots. Like I said, if you would like to join these ladies, we're going to be doing this again in the near future. We'll have it posted up. You can sign up at any time here at Poker House Fort Worth. We will be taking a list for that, plus our other live stream games. Smashly, now that we know that the 9-6 game is on, he's going to raise it up. Makes more sense right now.
They definitely sound like they're having a good time tonight.
And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. For sure. Well, if we get a 9-high flop, we might see some 5s being thrown from the way.
A lot of diamonds and build something up. Tater along. Janice with the best of it. Ace, deuce suited. Everybody likes Jack 10 and Jenny's hand. Tater coming along in the small.
There's your diamonds and a 6.
Ace, 10, 6, 2 diamonds. That's going to keep Smashly alive. Pair and a flush draw. Try to win the 5 from everybody. Janice top pair.
Looks like she fired.
Yep, middle pair for Jenny. Smashly did bet the 20, unless that's no, she did bet the 20 there. Jenny's gonna let the middle pair go. Does Janice just step away from top pair? Nope, she doesn't. Tater can't come along, so we are heads up. Smashly looking for a diamond or a 6.
She's gonna move all in, and
Janice is gonna snap it here. So
for a 9 or 9 or diamond.
9 or diamond. No, she needs a 6. That's it. Because then she's already got different. Janice has already got trips here, so.
Oh, yep.
So it's only 33, so Janice can't go anywhere, even if she feels like she is out kicked. And there you hear the table not rooting her on now. They know it's going to cost more than 5, but didn't get there. 5 on the river, so the 9-6 doesn't happen. So everybody at the table saves $5.
Janice going to take another good sized pot. Continue her winning ways tonight. Like Smashly is going to rebuy. She's going to get back in for another, like 300.
Yeah, it looks like the full rebuy there. Re-entry, the $300 max at this 1-2 game. Same as your game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Tune in, get on the list. If you're not on the list, DJ's game Wednesday nights. 1-2, $300 max buy. And what's the most bullets you've had in there on one stream?
Well, funny enough, I've only ended up loser on one stream.
I know you have good success, but that doesn't mean you're not into several bullets.
I've been in for I believe 5 bullets.
Woof.
Yeah.
And you probably came out ahead.
I did in that stream. I came out ahead. I won a large pot on the last hand of the night, double board bomb pot. Scooped it and got me out of the hole.
Sometimes breaking even
So-
feels like winning $2,000.
Yeah,
And
especially when you play like I do.
that's what I was saying. Just because you won the session doesn't mean you weren't in for heaps.
That's true. That's
'Cause
true.
I've seen it. I've watched you play. I've commented on it too much, and it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's a lot of fun to play. So if you want to come in and be on stream on Wednesdays and check that out, you can come and sign up at Poker House of Fort Worth. Wednesday night, DJ's game is 7 o'clock.
My chips are not manhole covers. I can pick them up and move them around pretty easily. So I enjoy doing it, and we have a great time on the stream.
King 7-10, another monotone board here. All diamonds. Smash lead, just smashing this one, and she just rebought just in time. Let's see how much.
Supercat with the open ended.
Yeah, it's
know if
tough.
she's gonna do
Tough to
much.
come along on a monotone board, open ended. Takes away some of your outs. Janice bottom pair, Tater, nothing going on. So Smashley, probably not going to get much takers on this one. Oh, Janice, interesting. Interesting. Of all
Tater's gonna let
the
her go.
6 on the turn, it would have made the straight, but it wouldn't have been any good. $30 bet from Ashley. Let's see if
I think Janice walks away here at this point.
she's a sticky player, but that's a hard one to come along with. She
Shows her the 7.
shows the 7. Smash is saying, yeah, please take another 7 on the turn. I'll fade the boat. I flopped the second nuts.
I gave him googly eyes. I did. I had those things.
It's like Supercat's made quite a comeback.
Oh no, that was the incorrect
Oh yeah,
stack.
that's right.
Yep,
You're
yep,
right.
yep,
You're
yep.
right. You're right. I forgot about
Yep.
that. Yeah.
I'm about to go check on something else, and I'm going to see if Lorenzo has gotten that corrected.
Her and Seema.
I think he flopped those 2 stacks is exactly what it is. I think Supercat's sitting at 246, which is still impressive. She's been online 3 times. 3 out of her 9 lives have been on stream, and she hasn't rebought yet.
Yeah.
So that's I think Seema, Smashley, and I don't think Smashlers are updated yet because we did see her just rebuy. So she might not got rebought into the game just yet.
Get some fresh shipments in Alonzo. Make sure we're up to date.
Jenny picking up the ace queen off, so we're going to raise it up to 10 here. See if anybody has anything to come along with. Nothing so far.
Seema's going to come along with a 7. And Supercat's going to let her suited 8.
Now, I know Jenny and Asema are friends. We've seen them check down a couple hands at the very, very beginning of the stream. Let's see if that does continue. As Asema does a flop best here with the pair of 7s. See if Jenny wants to continue the aggression. She does, betting 15. No, Asema betted out. And Jenny just called.
Jenny called.
Yeah, no friends at the poker table right now. Asema going to keep it up still.
And rightfully so.
Bet at 25 here. Can't just give Jenny a jack, and Jenny's going to let that one go. So good hand choice to defend, I suppose, and good aggression.
Seema's done that a couple of times with the second pair.
Yeah.
She did with the jacks with the queen on the board and worked out well for her.
Yeah, we've seen some great play at a lot of these ladies. Mon, who's had to check out early, I was really impressed with a lot of her play tonight. I really was. Some of the stories she was telling at the table made sense. She made a lot of good aggressive plays. We've seen that a lot. We've seen some great calls. We've seen some good folds. So it has definitely been a good $1, $2, $300 max buy-in game, that's for sure.
We haven't been short of action at all. Jenny going to lead out here with the queen 9. And Tina's going to, what's she going to call? She is going to call. She is going to call. And Chris is going to check her option. Well, it might be a good thing that Tina calls. She flopped her set and she leads out. Not going to slow play that. Nobody really has anything to fight with.
I know better too. I say stuff sometimes.
We all know better when we say it.
And Tater will probably lay this down. And Tina will pick up with it. They are definitely having a good time tonight. Been very talkative. So Janice still in the lead with her plus 444. Jenny's right there. We're going to check Supercat and SEMA stacks. I think they've been switched. Smashley's just treading water there. Tater's been active. So we'll go to hand 41. Jenny's going to open it up with ace 4 suited, just calls. Janice is going to limp in with a pair of sevens. Tater calls with her suited king. SEMA with queen 10. Looks like SEMA's going to raise it up to 7. Chrissy's going to let her suited queen go. And we'll see some calls around. So we'll take the flop 4 ways. And if I remember right, Janice had her sevens. This should be interesting. There's no real diamond draws. SEMA's going to take the lead with queen 10. I would expect Janice would just smooth call the 20, and she does. Tater gets out of the way. And quads on board. So I would expect this to go check, check. SEMA might fire. Check, check. SEMA hits open-ended, but Janice is going to lead out here, probably 25. $25 bet. I think SEMA just lets it go here. And she does. Janet's going to show her quads.
Quad sevens, high hand. James, quad seven.
So being the cash game, that her quad hand will go in for the high hand of the hour. If it holds up, which it probably will, she'll get to spin the wheel and earn some extra points toward the month-end tournament. I don't know if you could hear Janice. She said, I really like the third 7 and love the 4th. I can't say that I blame her. So action should be on Tater here. I don't think we have anybody in the 8 seat. Or it's on Janice, okay. Janice is going to limp in with her suited 6 deuce. Chrissy lets her hand go. Jeannie checks. Jack, Jack 7, 2 diamonds, not a whole lot for anybody. We'll see if somebody wants to take the lead. I'm sure somebody will fire at this point, I would assume. And Jeannie will. Fires 15, takes the lead, and I think that'll do it for this hand. I think Supercat thinks that even if she made her gut shot, it wouldn't be any good. So I guess somebody did call. Oh. Jenny's going to fire again. Tater's going to look her up with just a queen. Jenny's king's going to be good. So good aggressive bet by Jenny, and just having to get looked up by a random queen.
I tell you, Google the app. Yeah, they're so cute. It's like those little Google guys who are so pretty and cute, and like she looks all innocent, but she's gonna mess you up.
Okay, I will. Next slide.
They're like so pretty. So yeah, so each go live. They're so adorable. The rest of us a little emoji. We're like they're so pretty, but like kind of evil.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
they're so pretty, but you gotta watch out. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Sharon commented. I've seen everyone pay $5 if you win with 7 deuce. Sharon, we play the 7 deuce game on our Wednesday night $300 live stream. Tonight it looks like they're playing the 96 game. Haven't ever heard of that, but looks like that's what the ladies are doing. I know they had one person pay off with it, and looks like somebody went broke with it earlier as well. So Seema's going to raise it up with the 7 deuce if we were playing 7 deuce. Tina's going to pick up a real hand and make it 20 with her pocket kings. Chrissy's going to call 20 with their 25 with her suited ace. We'll see what Seema decides to do. I think she'll let this go. And she does. We got a 9 high flop. Tina's got her kings. She's going to fire out. Healthy bet. Looks like 50. I think Chrissy will have to let this go at this point. I don't think there's anything she can do to get Tina to fold for the rest of her stack. So a good aggressive bet by Tina. So we'll go to hand 44 here, a couple of hours deep into the stream.
You always see me on the stream anyway. I'm always being jerky or
So we'll pick the action up here. Looks like Smashley's going to fold. Seema with the suited queen jack. She raises 15. Janice with the suited 5-6, going to look her up. And Tater with the suited ace. So 3 playable hands. And this could get interesting for Seema and Tater, both flopping the flush draw. Tater obviously having the better of it. Janice with the gut shot, but she can't call the 15. Now Seema gets there with hers, right? Her jack queen gets there, open-ended straight flush draw. Ace makes her the straight, but Tater's not going to go anywhere with the nut flush draw. Seema fire 20, Tater called, or vice versa.
Get a pretty big hand here for both players.
Yeah. Seema knows she's good now.
Tater did the firing with her top pair.
She did. Looks like a raise coming from Seema. Like 75. And Tater's going to call. Seema's going to show her the bad news with Broadway. It's a big flop for both of them, obviously. I don't know if you saw it when you stepped out, Reese. Janice made quads.
As per Janice does.
She does. She flopped a 7 and turned the other one. So she's got the high hand for the hour. She's going to get to spin the wheel properly.
Good. That wheel spin gets them chips into that $20,000 free roll qualifier that we talked about. And there's Paul talking about the straight. That's our other promotion we have going, the Fortune jackpot. You have a 4-hour windows, a few of them throughout the day, 4-hour window to make 4 hands. A straight, a full house, flop a set, and
ace high flush.
Ace high flush. and we've given out lots of winners in the last couple months with that promotion. You can check those out on Facebook. Just lots of ways to do a lot of things here at Poker House Fort Worth. It's not just sitting around playing poker. There's all kinds of promotions and things that you can earn and win.
And I think it's worth mentioning the bad beat jackpot as well. I think you guys are at 47, 48,000.
Yep, $47,500 for the bad beat jackpot. Quad sevens, the qualify for that, and we have the mini jackpot, which is aces full of kings, and that's $5,000.
We saw a couple of flops this afternoon that would put us close to there. We had our fingers crossed. Didn't work out, but we had our fingers crossed.
I spoke with Lorenzo when I was out there, and we got Sema and Kat's stacks put up there, but not too far off. Just had one little hiccup, which does happen on stream every once in a while. But Kat still, I think she still hasn't rebought yet. She's had her third life, I think. I think last we looked.
When I go back and watch the streams, for as many moving parts as there are to this, the job you guys do is just amazing. It's a quality product that you guys put out, and I know the viewership is growing. And when I have people come back to me and they say, "Hey, we watched the stream the other night. It was really interesting. It was really great. The graphics were amazing." And I know you're continuing to work on the stream, but it doesn't go unnoticed for sure.
Well, we do appreciate it, and we're going to get the commentary booth moved in there next to Lorenzo and get some more stuff set up, some more room for some more guest commentary, a little more interactivity in the stream, and lots of stuff coming up here at Poker House of Fort Worth. And on this, if you're on the YouTube side of things, you can also check out our Austin streams and our Dallas streams on the same channel as well. There's a lot going on in the streaming world for Poker House, and a lot of it growing and changing, and going to be really exciting really soon.
I have people who watch our stream here, and they'll watch others at maybe a larger place, and they consistently comment on the quality of the stream here, and I know it's only going to get better with the things you guys have planned.
Yeah, we set ourselves up to have really good quality streams for you guys to enjoy, and let us know in the chat, what you enjoy in the streams and who you enjoy watching, and what kind of streams you'd like to see in the future, because we can do pretty much anything everyone wants to do. And here's a hand. Cat's live number 4 on the line.
I wanted to see if
Tina.
I think Janice gets away from her, but there's no way Tater folds.
No, Tater's gonna have to call this down. They got pretty similar stacks here, so somebody's gonna need.
I think Tater snaps, and she does.
So Tater looking for a lot of hearts. Supercat looking for all black.
A couple of hearts on the flop. Tater will be free rolling. If you'll remember, that happened to me on a stream. We took aces against aces, and I actually four flushed my opponent. And it was gross. It was gross. I didn't feel too bad.
I think it was Zach. Was it Zach?
No, it was not Zach. It was a gentleman that, and even later on, he got it in again with nines against aces with me, and so it looks like Tater is free rolling if we get hard heart.
And there's the chop. So they're going to make a little bit off of the other callers in the hand.
I watched that actually today on the World Series of Poker, the tournament going on now. The gentleman got it in with ace king offsuit against aces, and the ace king four flushed the aces. It was really unfortunate.
I've seen ace king win against aces too many times for my comfort anyway. As gross as it is. Speaking of the World Series, I haven't looked today. Do you know if Matt is still in it?
I have not looked. I want to do that. I think I looked yesterday.
No, he made day 2.
I saw that.
He was for those who don't know, he was the winner of our Road to Vegas tournament we had a couple weeks back. And Poker House sent him to Las Vegas to play in the main event. And last I had heard, he was in day 2, but I don't know if he moved on beyond day 2. I haven't had a chance to look today. I had two other customers of mine that are alive in day 2 as well in other markets that have won tickets to the World Series. All in all, I had 6 people go to the main event, and 5 or 6 other people go to smaller events that we did, like the Centipede of the Millionaire Maker, the Monster Stack event. Those $1,500 events. Given away a lot of tickets to World Series this year, and still some people alive in the main event, and that's really exciting.
I was when I talked to Matt after he won his seat. I told him it'd been 20 years since I played in the main event, but I told him I played 3 days. Um, and the best advice I could give him was when he was not playing poker in the main event, he should be eating or sleeping. Those
Oh
are the
yeah,
2 things he should be doing if he's not sitting at the table.
yeah.
Uh,
It's long days of poker, and you're. It's not like sitting playing tournaments in these rooms where you're just kind of hanging out, chilling, talking to people. It's very serious, very attentive, paying attention to everything around you, and you're playing for a lot of money. It's a different type of poker.
Probably the most exhausting thing I've ever done. Just to play 3 days and to focus, play 3 full days, and then finish on the bubble was disappointing. But
So you actually bubble or bubble day, like the, close to it.
I think they paid it 266, and I busted out somewhere around 275, 277. But yeah, when you walk out of the arena, you know you're busy, you're in the fight, and as soon as you bust out, you get up and you walk outside the ropes, and it's like, okay, who are you? You know,
Yeah.
you're out of it all of a sudden, and it's just it was a huge. Just a wave of emotion that comes over you when
Oh,
you
yeah.
bust out because you've been so focused for so many hours.
Yeah, all the adrenaline and the focus and the concentration and everything, and just when it's over, it's just overwhelming. I'm sure. I personally have never played. I don't play much poker, believe it or not. I'm always traveling around doing different events and hosting different things, but it's hard for me to find the time to sit down and play. But someday I'm going to try the main. I feel like I could give it a run worth trying, but definitely envy those that have given an opportunity to at least have that experience.
Well, the really interesting thing about it is as we watch hand, what is this, 48?
Mhm.
There's so much play. The blind level, you know, the blind,
Oh, yeah.
the levels are so long, and you realize very very quickly that it's very possible to sit still for 3-4 hours and never get involved in a hand.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not unusual. And people that have the patience to do that and to wait their turn generally will do well.
Oh, yeah. You have to be super patient, but you have time to be patient. But if you don't play in hand for a full hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, you're probably doing it right.
You're doing okay. That's correct.
A lot of nothing on this flop for these hands. We got 5 to a flop here of 8, deuce, 3.
See if someone wants to take the lead here. Maybe Seema with the ace. Will?
Thank you, Sharon, for that comment. Paul does a fantastic job on the live stream for us. And this one's going to run out, I think,
Looks like
with
Seema's going to win it.
Chrissy. Chrissy's got a pair of 4s.
Seema's got the wheel.
Oh, no, I see the wheel now. Okay. See if anybody wants to look her up, or she'll just take down this $25 pot. When I went out there earlier to count same as stack and get the chip stacks corrected out of hers and Supercats, about 3 different women jumped on me saying they wanted pizza and they wanted pizza now. So they got the pizza ordered for the ladies stream.
I can't say that I disagree with them. I'm just being honest.
So you might see me here on camera here shortly, about 3 of them saying, "Hey, where's the pizza?" I don't know that I promised them pizza, but I'm okay with it.
Another shout out for Paul on. Paul's a lot of fun to play with as well. You definitely know when Paul's in the room.
Yeah, great guy.
His voice carries, and you definitely know when Paul's around.
Yeah, he's might be a little bit bigger than me. You know he's in the room.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Jenny here with a pair of 3s, so let's see what she decides to do. She's going to limp in.
Tater trying to
coming along with something to
get
DJ
involved.
would play.
Get involved.
Seema.
King Deuce, same as well. So a lot of players trying to get to a cheap flop here. Chrissy checks the big blind option.
How do we feel about a black 3? Is that going to happen?
There's a
No,
couple deuces and a
couple of
queen, but
deuces.
that's huge a flop for Tater. She knew what she was doing with that king deuce, and Jenny's going to lead into her here with threes just to see where she stands. Now, ignore the readers. I don't believe it was all hearts. Well, no, it wasn't because there was two deuces on that flop.
I think the reader probably picked up the
The burn
burn
card.
cards.
Sometimes it does that, yeah. And Lorenzo gets that straight soon, usually. But yeah, it is two twos on that flop, and bet out there by Jenny. I don't mind her checking it where she is at. Queen deuce deuce, not a terrible flop for pocket threes. And Paul pauses here momentarily for Lorenzo to get this straightened out so we can see exactly what's going on in this hand. And I have a feeling no matter what happens or what the holdings end up being, if she does have pocket threes and Tater does have king deuce, it's going to go check on this turn here. Unless Jenny stays on the gas.
Jenny might stay on the gas. She's done that a couple of times tonight.
She's got the chip stack to do it. The problem is Tater does not. So if she pushes too hard, Tater might just put it all the way in, and then Jenny's stuck. So she needs to be paying attention to what Tater's stack is right now. We saw Tater chop that pot earlier with Supercat for about $150, so she doesn't have a ton left behind here.
I don't remember if Tater had the king of hearts or not.
For yours. Say that again.
So we're going to hold up for a minute while they get the graphics straight.
Another 6 in their heart on the. So there's queen deuce deuce. Okay, so we've got the graphics set up here. Yeah, it's showing Chrissy here, but it's not Chrissy. It's like Jenny bet again. Yeah, and so she did have the deuce in her hand, so a wave of frustration there. So I think Tater made the maximum on that hand.
I think she did too.
So he checked it just enough time to let Jenny continue to bet it there.
And that was the reason I was asking if she had the king of hearts. I didn't know if the heart would slow her down there on the turn at all. Obviously, she probably knew Jenny wasn't calling with a deuce in her hand.
Same with the highest VPIP, right behind her Tater there.
Looks like we've got another bomb pot.
Yeah, I think I'm talking to him about pizza right now at the table. I think they were. I think I was just getting sort of a general consensus on what they wanted us to order right now. So for those tuning in that have not seen the bomb pot, 4-card Omaha, 2 boards, high only, 1 board worth half the pot, and the other board worth the other half of the pot. You got to use 2 cards out of your hand and 3 cards from the board. You can use any 2 cards for any 2 boards. Chrissy got a monster hand there.
She does. She has the flush draw on the top board, set of 10s on the bottom.
I mean, just
top pair. She's got the world.
The actual world. You might not have room for anyone else. Tina does bet out here. She's got a set of 4s on the top board. Jenny coming along with her set of 3s on the bottom, which will be way behind the set of 10s. So there's definitely some action to be had. We pair up both of these boards here.
Tina's got the 4s.
Bringing a club on the top. We got the king of clubs out there. King of clubs one time. No flush yet. Deuce does pair the board, so that's going to give Tina and who was it?
Nobody had. Oh, Jenny has full house.
Jenny has the 3s. Chrissy's got the 10s. Yeah, so this
is going to be a large pot.
Yeah, and Jenny betting this out, confident in her boat on the bottom, and Chrissy's. Tina's got the 4s. It's hard to come along with just a top set. Not much redraw on that. Supercat. She's got 3 deuces on the bottom. Thinks it might be good.
She's got a gut shot straight draw on the top.
Yeah.
The 9-10.
And looks like Chrissy's shipping it here. And good on her for that.
Yeah.
You're not going to she's got scoop outs on the top and effective nuts on the bottom, barring pocket deuces.
Well, we got 2 deuces out. We got 2 threes out. I think the
Yeah,
only thing that could kill her on the bottom is another 3. I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
With Supercat and Tina both holding a deuce.
Yeah, I think that is the one card that beats her, and that's it on that bottom. But Jenny's going to fold it smartly, though. It's good lay down there with pocket threes. A lot of people may not do that. Supercat just doesn't have enough to fold, I don't think. So she's just going to come along, and there goes Tina. Yeah, so Tina could still hold on to that top board, but any jack or club.
Well, the jack would still give Chrissy Broadway.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Chrissy takes the lead on her pocket for her set of fours on the top with any jack or any club. So Tina barely hanging on to that top board for them to chop this pot. But I think Supercat's drawing dead no matter what. Nope, she hit a gin card on the top. So never mind. She wasn't drawing dead. The fourth life. The fourth life comes through.
It does. she has 4 lives. Wow, that is the one card she could hit.
I did not. Didn't even consider the 9s.
10s. Yeah.
Wolf. Yeah. I was too busy.
Wow.
And not just 9s, 9.
Yeah.
Oh no, she had the club in her hand. Okay, I was gonna say if it was the.
Wow.
Couldn't have even been.
Well, unfortunate for Tina there, who's played very, very, very well tonight and very, very tight.
Yeah, just fell in love with that set on the top, but yeah, that's how bomb pots work.
Chrissy just flopped the world, and her opponents could get away from it. And Chrissy hit the one card that she could hit.
Yeah, and if I've got Chrissy's holdings, I don't get any callers because there's typically you've got too much of it.
Yep.
So, life number 4 for the Supercat pulls through.
It's like Tina's going to rebuy a little bit. Seema quietly having a really good night, as is Jenny. Janice, of course. Smashley's hanging in there. And I believe Supercat's still on her first buy-in, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I'm saying. She's on her 4th life.
Yep.
She's 4 for 4 on her all-ins. And it looks like they did get the chip stacks corrected there for Seema. She did have 575 when I went out there to check earlier. So she's almost double the buy-in on the stream. Janice still well ahead. And Jenny up just a little bit. And Smashley just north of the starting stack.
Sharon commented again, gotta love bomb pots. And yeah, you either love them or hate them depending on the hand.
Yeah, but that's exactly what they're for: is action, action, action.
Which a lot of times I don't understand. I don't think our game ever lacks for action, but people just always want more.
Oh yeah.
So after rebuying, Tina's going to wake up with a suited ace.
On the button, very playable. Couple limpers in front of her. Supercat suited 6-3 and Jack 10. So she's going to complete and it's going to check through the small ace, queen, 3. Tina's going to flop best here. No, Jenny is going to flop best with the 8 kicker.
Supercat with bottom pair.
Smashley with a gut shot, but she does let it go.
Tina coming along.
So needing some live big cards to chop this one up. There's the king going to help that process out. Jenny's going to keep the aggression up.
Having watched Tina play tonight, I would expect her to fold here.
Well, she didn't fold this time. No, I guess she buying that new bullet in has given her some more life.
And a 9 on the river. If it goes bet call, they'll chop this pot up. And Tina's going to let it go. So Jenny with aggression, pick up a pot, about a $100 pot, $104 pot.
That was the pizza.
Pizza. Pay for the pizza.
Pizza that I ordered for the ladies stream. Because that's what you're watching. The ladies stream, new here to Poker House Fort Worth on Tuesday night.
And if tonight is any indication of the kind of action we're going to have in the poker that's going to be played on these nights, I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Yep, we will see exactly who can make this a regular thing. Might do it a couple times a month, once a month, if it grows into every week. If this is something you'd be interested in doing, you can sign up at Poker House Fort Worth. But it'd be fantastic to do this once a week. Big flop here, ace, king, queen.
I saw an ace 10. There's a king 10.
Yeah, Tina's.
Janice with the 9s.
Looks like Tina's going to have the best of it here and going to bet it out, and no one coming along. So, too scary of a board. So, Tater building up her stack a little bit there.
I think Tater's played really well, just got unlucky in a couple of spots.
Yeah, she's been pretty patient with her hand selections. Haven't seen her really get out of the line. Just a couple hands here and there, which nothing wrong with. Nothing wrong with in a cash game. You got to mix it up a little bit.
She had one questionable call, I think, with the queen high, but as aggressive as Jenny has played, I can see why she'd make that call.
Right.
That aggression served Jenny well on the last hand. Got Tina to fold a chop.
Yeah, I'm shocked at how aggressive Jenny is at the poker table. She's so nice and meek in person.
She's super sweet, super sweet,
and just ruthless on the poker table. I love
it. I'm glad she's dealing to me, not playing against me after watching her.
Ace, Jack, 5. Janice can be a top pair, bottom kicker on this one. Got shot for Tater. Jenny's second pair, queen kicker, backdoor running hearts. And she says that's good enough to call Janice one time, looking for another jack or a queen to take the lead. Doesn't help with a 5 on the turn. See if Janice wants to continue here. It kind of helps her deuce kicker out. Keeps the bet small, just small enough to string Jenny along.
Heart's not going to slow Janice down.
No,
she's going to fire. Jenny's going to look her up. Is she going to raise her?
I'd love it if she did.
I would,
but it's got to be a lot. I mean, she's got to be at least 100.
If she, I don't think that's going to be enough.
No, good idea.
Nope, it is.
Did she fold it?
She folded it.
Oh wow,
she folded it.
Well,
and she's not going to show her.
Well done, Jenny. That was a great bluff card. I mean, what else are you coming along with? 10, 10, 10 with, you know?
Yep.
Just show the hearts. And, Janice, she's got this chip stack, but that doesn't mean she wants to give it back that easily. So.
And I think Jenny's aware of that. And, again, she used her aggression to pick up a pot.
Yeah. That was a scary sizing, though.
Yeah, I have a hard time, obviously, getting away from that if I'm Janice for that size. Like you said, I think if it's a pot size or $100 bet, I fold it much easier.
Yeah, but it was enough.
But again, the hands Jenny has shown, she's absolutely had it.
Oh yeah,
she hasn't. She hasn't. So
that's the whole play is the setup for the story.
I saw her hand and almost believed her. So now Jan's going to come along with King 3. I'm not sure what Seema has. Not picking up. 6, 7, 9. All right.
4-liner on the board.
Supercat with a pair and
Don't know what Seema's holding here. Board pairing 7 doesn't change anything that we can see.
Smashley's got the no, she's got the pair, right? Yep.
Yep, she's got
I'm not sure what
6s and
Seema
7s.
has. I haven't seen her card.
Supercat's got an 8. And Seema had a 6 as well, so Supercat going to pick up at that small pot.
Those 4 lives are serving her well. Really impressive to take a beat like that early and be patient enough to build your stack back up.
Oh, she was down to what, $75 and by first 10 hands.
Yeah, right around
whatever
there.
it was.
Right around there.
I mean, that's and I said she's going to keep it and try to spin it up, and that's what she has done. And like I said, she has not bought back in. I think she's won every all in, or at least chopped it, right?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, and it looks like she's got about a starting stack in front of her now, so she has battled back. But even her playing in y'all's games, she hasn't really lost much, and even in y'all's games,
No,
just kind of coasts it along through there, and picks up a pot here and there.
Well, she doesn't get out of line, and she plays her hands pretty straightforward. I'd like to see her add a little bit of aggression here and there.
Only because it would work.
It would work.
Because as ABC as she has seemed to play a little bit more on the tighter side of things.
Yeah, I think if she added that at this point, even in this game, she would probably see some results.
Yeah, I believe the last time I commentated on your game on Wednesdays, I even told her a few times, bet 100 right now, it'll work. Bet it.
Yep.
You know, just because it was just such an opportunity for her to be able to take down that pot she was in.
There was a hand like that last week. Pot with a gentleman in our game named Rich, I believe was his name. First time he played in that stream, and he made an aggressive move with King High, with me holding Ace High, and I laid it down, and that aggression paid off for him.
Oh yeah.
But I did get to file that into the memory bank.
It works only once in a while. Got Ashley raising it up here at 15 with a suited A6. Same I'm going to call with a suited Jack 3. Janice liking her Queen Jack. Jenny makes the call as well, and Supercat.
See if Jenny can duplicate Janice's quads.
5 ways to a flop. Ace in the window and a 7 on the flop. So Jenny going to flop middle set here. Smashley has a running diamonds, his top pair. She's going to continue to bet this out. I'd love to see Jenny just flat here. If she just flats here, might be able to extract some more because Smashley could be scared off by a bigger ace unless she can see a diamond on the turn to stay alive. Now, it looks like she's going to raise it up here and announce her hand automatically. And Smashley, who just rebought, she's got 200 plus in front of her. So she's got the room to peel a little bit, but she needs runner either way here, straight or flush. Can't believe their 6 kicker is good. Yeah, looks like she does lay it down, and so Jenny does show.
Be a flop set for Jenny, and not having any of the cards, that'll go to toward her fortune.
Mm-hmm. The fortune jackpot in the 4-hour block, 4 cards. I'm not sure what the fortune jackpot is up to today, but it is a progressive jackpot. It goes up $100 a day. It doesn't get hit. You're making 4 hands in a 4-hour block here at Poker House Fort Worth. Straight, ace high flush, full house, and a flopped set. And that's what Jenny's got there. So mark her up for one of the hands on the fortune jackpot. Have you hit that yet? We've been doing it for months.
I have. I hit it for 1,300.
I thought you would have gotten close if you hadn't hit it, but with the frequency of hands that you play.
I've gotten close multiple times, and actually I hit my hand on the last hand of the hour. Just so happened to get beat by a full house.
Oh, no. Yeah, because you got to win the hand.
Yep,
so
you got to win the hand.
So you had to do it again.
But I have been one away several times. But I did hit one night for 1,300. The same night I won one of the evening tournaments. I think I ended up tipping about $400 that night. But it was a good night. It was a lot of fun.
Well, it's something new that we kind of cooked up here. There's not a whole lot of precedence for it. Which one do you believe is the hardest one to do? Ace high flush,
I think it's flopping a set.
flopping a set, just because it can get beat, counterfeit by a boat, all
Yep.
the backdoor problems with it.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to flop the set. Number two, you could flop a set with a flush draw out there or with a flush out there, and somebody's already got a better hand.
Yeah,
You flop that set and it turns into a full house or it turns into quads, and then it's no good. I think flopping a set is the hardest one over that 4 hour period.
yeah. There's only so many combinations of ace high flushes, but there are way more combinations of ace high flushes than there are flop sets. And like you said, and then it can be counterfeit. So
And I think a lot of times you'll see a lot of people when they need that ace high flush, they'll start playing any two suited cards, which you're going to get more than pocket pairs. If you get the ace,
that's right, because you don't have to have the ace in the hole here.
Yeah,
it can just be on the board.
Yeah, so just any two suited cards in your hand, and you hit the ace high flush, then that counts. I think the ace high or the flop set is absolutely the hardest one to get.
Well, that is just one of the many promotions that we have going on here at Poker House Fort Worth. And this is one of them as well, the $28,000 Point Series Free Roll Championship, October 12th. But you need to qualify to get into this tournament, and that's going to be coming up on August 3rd. So you got the month of July to build up your chip stack, to play in the qualifier on August 3rd and get in the top 15%. And you can earn your way into the $20,000 free roll championship on October 12th. So you only have 3 opportunities, August 3rd, September 7th, and October 5th. You build your chip stack for the month of July, the month of August, and the month of September, and play in that qualifier with those chips and get into the top 15% to get into that $20,000 free roll. And there's many, many ways to build up that chip stack. And just by playing in Poker House at Fort Worth in the cash games, you're getting chips. Janice here flopping the stone nuts with the ace high flush, and Jenny is the one that is betting it for her. Jenny gets top pair with the queen kicker, and the queen being the spade. Sama's probably going to be stuck coming along because she flopped the second nuts. Oh my gosh. So train wreck hand here incoming for Janice and Sama, both flopping monsters, and Janice is the only one at the whole table that can stack Sama. Looked like Sama raised it. Sama raised it to 100. Mark this hand down. 56. This one's going to be a cooler. All in there by Janice, and does Sama snap it? Oh, I wish the camera would be on Sama right now. Now she called it off. Holy Toledo. And she's drawing dead. Got it in for piles. And drawing dead. Tough, tough, tough cooler for Sama. The only person at the table that could stack her. She runs the king high flush into the ace high flush of Janice. So as dealer Paul here confirms the chip stacks. But yep, that's like I said, there's nothing that Sama can catch coming out. So, when we step out of the room, DJ, big things happen. I stepped out for a monster, and now you stepped out. Janice flops a nut flush against Sama's king high flush and stacked her. The only person that could stack Sama at the table was Janice, and they both flopped the nuts. Or the nuts versus the second nuts. That's tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was, like I said, Janice was the only one at the table that could even take all of her chips. And maybe Jenny. Jenny's got some as well, but Sama just could not get away from it.
Well, yeah, I step out for just a minute, and sure enough, we've got a train wreck. Unfortunate there, just unlucky. So I'm officially not going to invite Janice to my home game.
Kidding, Janice. Of course, you're invited. All right. Looks like we're going to be on to 57, maybe? Hand 57 tonight. Just a unfortunate hand there for Seema, but good for Janice. Janice plays here a lot. Good player, and she's also just very nice. She's fun to play with most of the time, unless she picks up nut over nut. So Supercat's going to limp in with the 7-3. Tina on the button, or in the small blind's going to call. Chrissy going to check her option out of the big blind with ace 4, 8-4. Supercat flopping 2 pair. Tina with the bottom pair. And they choose to check. Okay. Supercat's got to fire at this point, right? No? Now she's going to fire. She's going to pick the pot up with 2 pair, 7-3. Trying to let Tina or Chrissy catch up. Paul's still in the box. Yeah, I'm not sure why Brandon deal tonight. I know he was looking forward to it and ready, but Paul has Iron Man it tonight. I enjoy playing when Paul's dealing. Keeps the action moving. Appears Jenny folded. Tater's going to call 2. Smashley's going to call 2. Actually, Smashley's going to raise it to 15. Supercat's going to get out of the way, as does Tina. Chrissy with an ace 5 going to let it go. And Smashley's going to win a small pot there, but it is a win. So Janice up to 1.3. Jenny at 559. Smashley at 307. So here we go with hand 59. We've lost a couple of players. Tater picks up a real hand under the gun with the 10s and just decides to limp. Not so bland in the chat says that's rough. I don't know if he was talking about this. Did I miss something else? No, I think that was the flush ace over flush. Yeah, that was a rough one. That Seema's back. Good for her. She played well to get those chips and took a monster cooler to get rid of them. So no reason not to buy back in. It's like Tater limped in with 10s. Like Janice flopping top pair. Or no, Jenny flopped top pair. Tater with the gut shot probably is not going to let this go at this point. She does. She does. She's been patient today. That aggression has served Jenny well tonight. Yeah, she looks like she's built up quite the stack. 563. Hand number 80. No, is it 60? 60. Squeezing those little monitors. Hand 60. And it's been some good poker. We're definitely going to do the ladies stream again. I was just out there paying for the pizza. They wanted their pizza and they got it. And it smelled way too spicy for me. Those ladies like jalapenos, apparently. Smashley going to raise it up under the gun here with 10-9 suited. Sema buying some additional chips, putting him immediately into play with ace-10 offsuit. Jenny on the button with 9-10 offsuit. Good enough to come along to play the button. Janice 8-9 suited, so lots of connectors out here on this one. And the flop of 4-5-5 does not help anyone, so aggression is going to be the taker of this pot here. And a pretty decent sized one, 65. Smashley was the original aggressor, and she continues that aggression, betting out 30. And it's going to get through here, so good on Smashley for keeping up that aggression on that from the raise up pre-flop.
I've seen her do that a couple of times tonight, and it is impressive.
She knows the game. And she's been pretty particular about her hands. I think she rebought. Did she rebought one time?
Yes.
I believe she did.
And I believe it was a short buy, too. I think she had a little bit in front of her. I think she just added on maybe 240.
Yeah. But she played good poker. We've seen good poker out of all these ladies tonight, and I've been pleasantly happy with the pace of this 1-2 game.
As I said coming in, I've played with several of these ladies, and it doesn't surprise me at all. They
There's poker players.
Absolutely. Whether you're male or female, they know the game and they play it very, very well.
Yeah, I've met obviously several female poker players that definitely can hold their own at any table. The only real question I had was how did they play with a table full of females? Because I've seen different dynamics almost affect their play, and it has not been the case here. Everyone's played it pretty solid. Same, not going to get any takers unless no. Ashley wants to come along with a middle pair, see what develops with her ace-8. Same, top pair, queen kicker. Oh, and there's the gin card for Smashley. An immediate check, and Sama's not going to slow down. Going to bet a quarter on this turn. Smashley here, not going to reveal herself just yet. Just a call. 10 on the river. Now, does Smashley take the lead here? What does that 10 say? 10 doesn't really say anything, so tough here for Sama. But she's got to know she's got a monster. $60 bet into 100. Just screams an 8, unfortunately, doesn't it, DJ?
It does, and having just lost the hand with the king high flush, Sima may be a little frustrated, but she's disciplined enough to lay it down, and that's impressive there.
Doesn't chase money with bad money.
Yep, she knew she was beat, and she let it go. That's something I rarely do.
You say, well, if you got it, you got it here.
You got it.
She takes the more conservative route and saves herself $60 to prove something she probably already knew.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of laydowns tonight that have been really impressive, and a couple of calls that have been extremely impressive.
Oh, well, Sama made that incredible call on Chrissy earlier.
Absolutely, with the 3.
Yeah, and that was a great read on that hand for Sama. And it was a good bet by Chrissy, too.
Yeah, I can't fault either one of them.
We saw Jenny bluff the ace on the river against Janice. Just, basically telling the story she had ace-x of hearts, which was a very believable story.
Well, and Janice has built her stack up to a point now. I think it may be hard to get chips out of her.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she'll lose the aggressive. She got the hand, but I don't think she's going to call very light right now either. They're definitely having a good time tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a lot of fun to see.
It's one of the things we're going to be improving on as we get through to this other room here. We're going to get the table microphones set up to where we can get some of this table audio. I'm sure it's been entertaining tonight with these ladies enjoying themselves. Middle pair here for Supercat. Don't know who else called the hand here as the graphics do catch up. Looks like Tater came along with ace-5 offsuit. 2-pair now for Supercat.
Supercat did this while ago with 2 pairs. She checked it all the way to the river and just didn't make much.
Wins the minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her lead out there and not let anybody catch up that might could. Well, I wish I'd known what they said. It certainly looks like they're having a great time.
Now, I didn't mention earlier, but Tina there in the 4 seat, she's one of the dealers here at Poker House Fort Worth. I haven't gotten to know her too well. The few times I was in town, she was in Vegas, but seems to be a pretty good dealer. A lot of people enjoy playing at her tables when she's in the box.
She's a really good dealer. She gets a lot of hands out. She runs her table very, very well. I enjoy playing, especially tournaments when you get a lot of chop pots, 4-way all in, and some of the free rolls. She's quick to chop those pots. She's very good.
Good to hear. Like I said, she was in Vegas getting married, if I remember correctly, whenever I was here last. I do a lot of my stream commentating from remotely from other sites as I travel to all the different clubs in Texas. Way too much, but I do enjoy being on site to meet the players and get to know the players. A lot of the players in your games on Wednesday night knew who I was, and I was meeting them for the first time probably a couple months later. I had seen it back on stream.
I'm going to assume that that's a relative.
No, yeah, I think it is. Dealer Paul in the box on hand number 64. I think we've got about 10, 15 minutes left here on stream, but this game will probably continue. Some of these ladies are just stuck enough to keep playing, and some are just a little bit in profit to keep playing. Of course, we have the cash games going on. The tournament was still going on the outer table, so we'll probably have a couple of cash tables going through the night on this Tuesday night here at Poker House of Fort Worth in Burleson. If you are watching or listening near the Fort Worth area, want to play some poker tonight.
Surprised to see Seema Lip in here with the King of Spade flush draw, and she does flop it. Her flush draw.
Yeah, Tater having top pair. So I checked around 2 same on the button. She's going to bet her a flush draw, runner, straight cards. Nothing for Christy. Tater definitely not going to go anywhere on 1 bet just yet. The spade does come home for Seema. That might scare Tater a little bit, but because Seema bet it out, it's going to be hard to put her on spades every time here. So, yeah, Tater's going to make the call here. So Seema going to be able to make some pretty good value out of this hand. It's bet about 45. About 45.
That's exactly what she bets.
Or is it 50? Just bet.
Looks like
45. There you go. And then that's the call. That's what I figured the magic number was. About 45.
That king high flush didn't get all of it back, but it got some of it.
Yeah, it definitely takes away a little bit of the sting to that cooler that she got. But now she can say, shake it off. Is there nothing helps the table nerves by stacking chips.
And that's the great thing about cash games. You take a beat, you just get right back to battle and see what happens. It's harder in tournaments sometimes when there's no rebuys or add-ons left, and you take a bad beat and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Cash games, you just reload and
saddle up
fire away.
And if the table environment is where you feel like you can get that back, nothing wrong with that. Speaking of the tournaments, $500 guaranteed free rolls every day at noon here at Poker House Fort Worth. If you are off of work or maybe not working, noon at Poker House Fort Worth in Burleson. Good little turnouts up here every day here for these noon free rolls. And tonight, I believe, was the 1500 Chipapalooza, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday. No, it was this one here.
Yeah.
the Tuesday and Friday $1,500 guaranteed $100 re-entry tournament. That one was a good little tournament tonight. They were watching the ladies play the 1-2 playing in that $1,500 guaranteed tournament. And like I said, there's always every day here, 7 days a week at Poker House Fort Worth, starting at noon, the free rolls, and then 6 p.m. free rolls, I think every day except Wednesdays.
Supercat raises up here with jacks. And
if you're going to see one ace, might as well see
See?
two. Unfortunately, Janice does actually have it this time. But it does check through. Janice going to slow play it a little bit as she flopped a full on boat, by the way. I just saw the 5.
yeah, she did. She did. She got too much of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Supercat may call the 20 here.
she may get looked up here, just not quite believing her.
Or, yeah, well, if the graphics catch up here. Tater, showing Tater all in, but she is not in the hand anymore.
I believe this is still Supercat, and she does fold face up.
Yep.
Janice going to take that pot.
Yep. And Janice shows her, you did right. So it's hard to just give your opponent an ace when you see 2 on the board when you have a big pair like that, but they do have it sometimes.
I think that's a couple of times tonight for Supercat with jacks. She's had overs flop, aces flop, and they'd be good.
And Janice has had kind of a sun run tonight. Just she hasn't had to work too hard, make too many moves. She's been catching some great hands, and betting patterns have been on point, getting maximum value. It's a good run for her tonight. But even Supercat, she folds like that is why she hasn't had to reload yet.
That's exactly right. Sounds like the tournament's still going on.
Tournament blinds are going up for those out there in the tournament tables. Pocket threes. I've seen that a few times tonight as well.
And for you people that haven't been down to the Poker House and want to come, I can tell you that the atmosphere is great. There's TVs on every wall. There's always something on, whether it's poker, sports. If you come in, there's something you want to watch, and it's not on, they'll turn it on for you. And, they're extremely accommodating down here. It's a great place to play.
Yeah, we've built a really nice, enjoyable poker environment here in Burleson, and it's definitely been enjoyed more and more as more and more people come in and check us out. So, like I said, we are in Burleson, so if you're watching or listening from around the Fort Worth area, find the time to come check out Poker House Fort Worth in Burleson. Jenny still going to be the best here. No, Janice's threes. She called that
best,
flop, yeah.
Yeah, but Jenny is she's firing. She didn't let the 8 scare her, and I think this gets through.
Oh, see, I thought Janice may look her up there. If the 8 doesn't really change anything if you're ahead on that flop. And it does give you some counterfeit outs that might hurt, but kind of surprised she let that one go. She definitely is going to go ahead and book a win on today's stream. I can guarantee you that. I don't think there's anybody that can get in her way except for Jenny, and that would still take a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ridge Runner, Burleson, Texas, just outside Fort Worth. So they call it Poker House of Fort Worth. It's in Burleson, Texas, just outside Fort Worth. The hourly is
it's $13 an hour.
Yeah, for the cash games.
Or you can buy 5 hours for $50, or you can buy 10 hours for $100. There's a daily membership fee. You can do a one-day membership for $10 or a monthly membership for $30. I think there are veteran
discounts, military, and first responder discounts as well. But yeah, it's $13 an hour if you buy just 1 hour at a time for the cash games.
So we're going to go to a flop here, same with ace deuce of hearts. Tater, it does say all in at 38, and I can believe that. She shows, and so I don't think
Well
Smashley
ahead.
called. I think just Seema called with the ace-deuce of hearts.
Yeah. Tater trying to dodge a lot of hearts or a deuce. So far, so good. Diamonds in Tater's corner. We'll let the graphics catch up here.
And the jack. So the ace king's going to hold up. Tater's going to double up.
Tater is still going to be alive here. Back over the $100 mark. You can see a few more hands, as are you here in this stream. So we got about 10 minutes left. Hand number 68. Highway 174, is that one?
174.
Mhm.
Yep, we're just, if you come down 174, we're going to be on the south side of 174, kind of next to where the Walmart is.
Yeah, Walmart.
There's a strip center there. You'll see Poker House Fort Worth. You can't miss it. The lighting is great. It's got great visibility from the road. Sits off a little bit, but you can definitely see it.
Yeah, I absolutely love our signage here.
Yeah, without a doubt. In my business, that's one of the things I do for my company is when we build new locations, signage is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
From the first time we saw, my wife and I drive by here when Poker House was opening and we saw the sign, it's extremely impressive.
Jenny going to see a 3-bet we haven't seen much of tonight.
And looks like Tater's going to have a decision. She folds.
Yeah, that's saves her stack there. I don't think we'll see anybody come along, but I know you would call with 10-8 suited in a heartbeat.
The same thing as aces, right?
I like that hand too. I can't say anything. Supercat thinking a little bit about this King 9 suited. It's one of your favorite hands as well.
It used to be.
Really?
It used to be. I have changed my ways. I've gotten away from King 9. Now Deuce Trey I still love, but I've gotten away from King 9. I've gotten away from Queen 10. You hit your hand, and you just don't know where you stand.
No,
those are and again, my stream game is a little bit different than my larger.
Oh
games,
yeah, you're just having fun on the stream.
But yeah, when I play on stream, there's really, as you said many times, there's really no two cards I hate.
Yeah, the fun. Back when I used to play a lot, King 9 was supposedly one of the most dangerous hands you could play as far as being out character, outstraighted, things like that. So I've always been afraid of King 9, but Queen 10 still gets me, I will admit.
I just read recently, I was doing some studying, believe it or not, I do that. And it was one of the hands they say in tournament play to just stay away from almost exclusively. You make your hand, you flop a queen, you don't know if it's good. You flop a 10, you don't know if it's good. And unless you absolutely flop the world, you just don't know where you stand.
No, I can definitely see that for sure. Yeah, Ridge, WinStar is definitely the poker's good whenever they have their series and stuff up there, but really these Texas poker rooms have really anything you can look for in DFW. There's no reason to go up to Oklahoma anymore. That's what I love to tell my friends. And Sharon, thank you for the compliments. We enjoy putting on these shows for you guys and do our best to keep you guys entertained for the 3-hour poker shows, whether in here commentating or in DJ's case out there playing on Wednesday nights in his game. We do appreciate you guys tuning in and liking if you're on YouTube and sharing and liking the streams on Facebook as well. Definitely helps us out. We got a lot of big stuff coming up.
Having the poker rooms local is one of the things that's so attractive. You can automatically add $60 to your play every day with gas money, and we used to drive to Oklahoma, and so it's like Tater's got 10s here. Supercat with top pair.
Yeah, years and years and years ago, and I did play a lot. I used to go from West Texas. I'd go to Comanche, Red River, North Wichita Falls. Back when poker was pretty good there. Of course, this is Early 2000s.
Yeah, yep. I used to drive. I have family. I can't believe Tater let that go. If the graphics are right,
It is tough.
I have family in Tulsa, and I used to play at Hard Rock quite a bit. Would look forward to going up there and being able to play on a regular basis. WinStar, of course. But now with these rooms here, especially with the quality of place that we have here at Poker House Fort Worth and Poker House Peaks, it's there's no need to make that drive.
Yeah, the action is completely different. Texas poker versus casino poker nowadays, and that's pretty much anywhere you go. But WinStar does when they have some of their series and Choctaw puts up 75. Cash games get pretty juicy during their WSOP ring events, things like that. But yeah, WinStar is not what it used to be, but thanks to Texas Poker. So, but the good thing about that is there's no matter where you live in Texas, there's a room close to you now. They are everywhere.
They are, and I was fortunate enough to make it to the 50,000 guaranteed day two, and it was the first time I'd been to Peaks, and was extremely impressed. Love the location, love the room. So I look forward to going back up there.
Yeah, Ridge, we definitely have promotions going all the time. We've got the Fortune jackpot. In a 4 hour time window, you can make a straight, an ace high flush, a full house, and a set. And if you happen to get all four of those hands within that 4 hour time frame, you win the progressive jackpot. It goes up $100 a day. I've seen it hit at 500, and you said you hit it for like 1,300.
I hit it
when
for
you
1,300.
And then right now we have our $20,000 free roll tournament. That's going to be in October. And we have our qualifiers coming up at the end of every single month. And you build your chip stacks for the qualifiers by playing in the cash games and tournaments. You get high hands, hours played, spin the wheels, things like that to build a chip stack for the qualifier where you are trying to get in the top 15% of the qualifier to make it into that $20,000 free roll in October. So there's plenty of reasons to play at Poker House of Fort Worth right now.
This is like Tater took down a small pot there with the aces.
Now, did she add on?
I don't think she did. I think she's still. I think she's right
staying
around
alive.
$100. Yeah, yeah. So winding down here, we're at hand 71. Again, extremely impressed with the play tonight. Chrissy has just not had much to go to battle with. Jenny's going to raise it up here, I would imagine. No, she's going to limp in with Jack 10 of hearts. Janice going to call her with a ace rag.
High hands, yes, Ridge. Every hour. Get to spin the wheel. Jack 10 suited is a weakness of mine for sure. Definitely a leak in my game. I love that hand. 6-3-3 on this flop. Janice just still on the sun run. The heater is on still. And she's going to just lead it out here just to see if there's any fish on the hook.
It's like Seema with a gut shot. Needs a 5.
Yeah, she's going to make the call.
That's going to clear the field. Well, this should be interesting. Janice may slow down here.
Yeah,
Nope.
Seema goes in, lets that go. As not much else to do there on that one. She shows it to everybody, let her know that she's still got it.
I heard the wheel spinning earlier. I guess that was Janice over there spinning with her quad 7 hand.
Probably so. Daryl, you're absolutely correct. I've heard that quite a bit. Daryl says that WinStar's Poker Room has other things for the wise to do, unlike the Texas poker rooms. And I understand. Well, teach your wives to play poker. Come play in the ladies' night stream.
Well, and that's one of the reasons I quit going to WinStar with my wife. Whatever I won playing 2-5, she would lose playing penny poker.
True.
So, we had to slow that down.
Yeah, it's definitely true though, Daryl. That It's easier to go play poker when you can give her some money to go play some slot machines or go to the spa or whatever. I know that I know that play immensely.
For a while they closed the bingo when COVID hit. They closed the bingo room for a couple of years, and I believe it's opened back up now. So my wife enjoys doing that.
Not much in any holdings in this. Looks like a slightly raised pot. It's like 6, raised it to 6 maybe, or 5. Queen 7-7. Nobody with a 7 in their hand.
Sema with the queen
Sema's
10.
got the queen 10. Yeah.
Chrissy with the gut shot. Janice holds the 6. So
Yeah, Ridge, they handled it just fine and did a good job, and it does happen. And the Lodge did a great job with it. No, Sharon, we don't have any sort of legal gambling here in Texas. Everything that we're doing here is just poker, just the players, just with each other, and we don't do anything with any of the gambled monies. They pay a membership to be here, and while they're here in the location, it's kind of like a country club without a golf course. That's what I like to tell people.
see if Smashley stays on. Nope.
No, she's going to give up there. It would have been interesting, but Sema wasn't going to go anywhere ever for that one. So a little bit of a pickup there for Sema. A little bit of everything, Ridge. We got the PLO, Big O, 1-2, depending on where you play. There's plenty of PLO and Texas Hold'em and variants of here in DFW area in our clubs as well. Should be coming up to the final bomb pot of the night.
I'd be interested to know, Sharon, how she found us from Florida. Just poker on YouTube.
Janice, the big winner tonight, 1.3K, a 1K sun run, and a 1-2 table. That happens.
It's a good night. That's a good night. When your expected ROI is going to be 1 or 2 big bets an hour, that's a pretty good run for 3 hours.
Had that absolute cooler with Sema that attributed to that, but it wasn't just that. She's played well and caught everything. Here's Sema. Can she get some of it back here? Is anybody going to wake up anything to call this 3-bet to 55?
Tater being short might just ship her king queen. She's folded bigger hands. I don't know that she'll do that. Chrissy has just been card dead tonight.
Janice isn't going to have anything to give some of those chips back. Tater could put it in here, maybe.
She made it 20 pre-flop.
Yep, there she goes. And that's going to get Smashley out of there with the Jack 10.
Oh, so she said call. She didn't say all.
Oh,
She
okay.
just called.
She's got some chips behind. Good on her.
And Smashley did come along.
35 as well. Jack 10. I don't hate it. Late night.
King, queen, ace.
Run it up.
Interesting.
Queen 9-7. Tough flop for Tater.
I don't think Smashley's going to go anywhere.
And Smashley. Yeah, this is Jen for aces for Sema. She's going to get all the remaining money. Oh, it's going to. Nope. Sema's. Yeah, she's in the cutoff. So she's just going to rip it in here. I don't hate it, I guess. But you could definitely bet 100 here and deal with whatever else. Because Smashley's, she's either going to.
I don't think Smashley's going to get away from this. I think she calls here. She called the 85 originally.
Well, Tater's definitely not going to fold. She only had like 10 behind because she just said call instead of all in. Smashley does call.
Yep.
Super interesting.
I expected her to call there.
A little bit of late night gamble. I was 50-50 on whether she did or not. So
I saw some DJ in her game, so figured she'd be in there.
It is the end of stream at gamble now. They can run it more than once. Tell you, if I'm Sema, I want to run it more than once. There's a lot of outs out there, and I'm going to make you hit them twice.
For sure. So we've got a good-sized pot. We've got a $600-700 pot here.
Yeah, this would bring Sema back into the black if her aces can hold, and will definitely bring Sema Smashly and Tater, where they have been trying to get to all night back into Mike. So this is a good pot. Whoever wins it here. So we need a king that will help Tater.
An 8.
An 8.
There's the king.
Oh, goodness me. So that's going to be huge for Smashly. Tater.
Oh,
There's a
no.
runner boat.
Runner, Tater triples up.
And they did run it twice. So big. What did that show? Go back to it. Come on, camera. They ran it twice.
I believe it was a 9. Oh, Tater's got to be relieved here.
Yeah, it was a 9. Okay,
9,
so
10 jack. So Seema's going to take half the pot.
Seema's going to get half her money back, and
Smashly hit it on the turn and lost it on the river. That's gross.
So brutal. Big. So,
well, for Seema's sake, I'm glad they did run it twice.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those situations where you're dodging so many bullets. I'm saying let's run it more than once, make you hit it more than once. So big hand for Tater, much needed, who has clung on to that short stack. Gets a full-on triple up, probably plus a little bit. And Smashly got it in good, had it in good on the turn. And unfortunately on the river, took it away with the boat. So if the chip count's all right, that's going to bring Tater close back to that starting state.
Actually, if we think about that, Smashly won the top. No, she didn't. Yeah, the king queen.
Because the first one was the runner boat.
But she chopped the side pot with Seema because they would have both had more in, right?
Did Tater have less?
She would. I think. Tater had less, so I think they would have chopped the side pot.
Yeah.
So Tater's the one that came out winner there, I think.
Yeah.
Because on the turn, I think Tater only had $10 in there, and then Seema shipped it.
Yeah, because you only had 10 left. So, so Smashly got a little bit of a side pot there, chop. But if the graphics are right, which is pretty close, it looks like Tater's Smashly's a little over 200 there, and we know she's got a small bullet into the game. But so she's down less than probably 300, probably at worst. And but I don't think Tater has rebought, and that was.
I don't believe she has either. That was.
So that's going to pull her back up to close to 300 mark.
Yeah, I think she started with 108, somewhere around there, 110 and 112 that hand.
And this is the final hand of the stream. This is back to the bomb pot, and like I said, the graphics are always tough on these, but 4-card Omaha High, 2 boards. One board gets half the pot. The other board gets half the pot. And lots of action can be had in these hands.
So 35 in the pot pre-flop.
Yeah, everybody pitches in 5, and they go straight to 2 flops. Anybody holding a king is in good shape. We got 2 clubs on the bottom, some straight cards as well. As the graphics catch up here.
Chrissy with the king.
And Jenny with ace king.
Both of them have ace king.
Yeah.
Jenny's got the jack. They both got ace king 10.
Seema's going to bet this out with
Seema flopped it straight. She flopped it straight on the bottom with 3-4.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, 3-4 for Seema. I don't see Chrissy or Jenny folding just yet to 1 bet.
Neither one have clubs, so that's not going to change anything for Seema. She's got the 3-4 straight on the bottom.
And nobody has hearts. So the heart draw making on the top doesn't do anything. Clubs don't do anything. So as long as Jenny or Chrissy don't fold their trips, because they're sharing a 10 also. So the only way Jenny wins outright is the jack, and Chrissy's looking for a deuce.
Chrissy just calls here. Yeah.
I don't think Seema can lose. Seema's got them drawn down on the bottom. So deuce for Chrissy or a jack for Jenny. Otherwise, and 5 doesn't do anything to the queen. So
that's going to scare.
Yeah, so Seema can't pot it here, unfortunately. Not with the board pairing on the bottom. She's got to check it down.
She's going to get half, and they're going to.
Yep, they're going to get a quarter apiece. So
actually, ace king jack should take that, right? Or ace king, yeah. Ace King, they're going to chop
Yeah,
that up.
Ace King 9.
Yeah, Ace King 9.
Ace King 9. Yeah, got to play 2 cards in Omaha, 4 card. But we do appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Poker House Fort Worth here in Burleson, Texas. And like we showed a few times there, the $20,000 point series, $20,000 free roll. And you can build that chip stack now for that August 3rd qualifier. This guy was here earlier today playing in the tournament and playing the cash games here. Multiple ways to win your chip stacks to play in this qualifier. All you have to do is get in the top 15% on August 3rd to get your way into that $20,000 free roll. That's just a great deal.
Appreciate everybody watching tonight, and we loved watching the ladies, and can't wait to do that again.
Yep, and if you're interested in that, sign up. If you have any ideas, if you know, stream or whatever, our Facebook Messenger is always open. And Poker House Fort Worth is open here in Burleson 7 days a week at noon. We actually open at 11 a.m. We have some morning games to get together, but definitely that noon free roll, and as well as some of these Tuesdays and Fridays and other free rolls in the evening. You can check all that out on Facebook. But again, thank you for tuning in here on Facebook and or the YouTube channel. And come and watch this guy tomorrow play in DJ's game, the 1-2 $300 max buy-in no limit game. Lots of fun here right on this channel at the same time. And if you have any questions, let us know, and hope to